Hey y'all, what's going on? Right before I did this reading, it's like there was I mean, obviously we're in the full moon with Aries. Aries is fiery energy and it just feels like it's a burst of energy though, like wanting to do like I look, Aries, we're starting with you, okay? So maybe this is your energy. Somebody here, maybe Scorpio, I even got Scorpio, is you need some, okay? You need to get some, okay? But make sure it is from a divine high vibrational being, your counterpart, or you need to channel that energy into creative efforts or just sports. Go jogging, go sprint. Forget jogging. You need to sprint. Okay. I mean, you need to sweat. You need to have like your heart, your chest, your lungs pounding out of your heart. Like you need to use this energy wisely. And it's so funny because this whole Aries, and I'm learning so much, y'all, and it's so dope. This whole energy is really about learning where to and how to manage that fiery energy. Don't be impulsive. This full moon is you're gonna have a lot of energy, but it doesn't mean for you to be impulsive with it. Yesterday, I was finalizing my menstrual cycle, and it's like, okay, I didn't the energy was not for me to go and do and create this video that I'm doing right now today on the full moon. It was more like you need to rest, and that's because our body, you'll see it in the community tab. I posted something about it. Our my body anyway, or anyone else who's in resonance with that, maybe you just feel like you just want to rest. Trust that. Trust that. That's I feel like that's your body trying to save you from doing something crazy, child. Okay, that's I'm gonna say it, and I said it. I said what I said. Okay, because before I even started, I was, kind of like thinking about, all right, I'm gonna start the video, and then there was just so many flashes of like hiking and sprinting and doing this and doing that, sexual energy, and I'm like, oh no, what is this? And I just felt like, okay, it just means that there's a lot of energy, learning how to channel your energy where you need it. Okay, let's get into this. We're not gonna try to make this long today, y'all. I'm gonna try. Okay, pray for me. Yeah, but I love it. I love it. I love it. It's great energy. Okay, the full moon energy is super dope. Let's just get straight into it. This is going to be for all the zodiac signs. Welcome to the channel. My name is Aglaye. I also speak about emotional healing. The main element on this channel is to speak about emotional healing through trauma, pain, and to raise your vibrational frequency. And I do that with tools such as tarot, chakra healing, all of that stuff, Reiki healing. And I try not to put too much on the channel, but at the same time, they all work as one. They all work as one solar system, right? It's not just, you're just a physical body. You just have a skeletal system. No, we have multiple systems, all right? And we get to learn how to utilize them and harmonize them. Let's get straight into it. Hold on, my throat is already dry, girl. It's only been, what, 6 minutes? 5? 3? Damn. I grabbed my see, it's just too much energy. I grabbed my incense, but I forgot it. It's all good. I had it burnt already, but I wanted to get another one. But anyway, it's all good. All right, let's get to the message, okay? For the full moon. So I put down asserting self-worth, releasing resentment, balancing passion with peace. And I also put root and solar plexus energy because I really strongly feel like this energy is really helping us to make sure that we're intentional about where we're grounding our energy, where we're going to next, where we're rooted, and also empowerment, self-belief, doing something different. It's kind of like you leaving an old job and now you're starting something new. So you need the confidence and the courage and the boldness behind that. So I'm getting that kind of energy. But the root is also grounding that fiery energy. So it's kind of like channeling that energy into something practical, material, like starting the business, getting the LLC, or doing the research, or getting a client, or one or two at a time, like not fast pacing. Don't think about fast pace here. This is not fast paced. Earth energy is like creating something for the long haul, right? Think about the bamboo tree that takes forever for it to grow. And then out of nowhere, 6-7 years later, it's like the tallest, strongest, biggest tree in the entire forest. Okay. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. So I put root chakra and solar plexus energy, fire, passion, release, courage, and your power. Okay. This is also dealing with channeling your inner fire with intention, like I said, and awareness. Being that it's also the harvest moon, this is a great time for you, for where this energy is intensifying when it comes to reaping what you've sown, just more abundance, and just really being grateful for everything that you're harvesting during this time. And it doesn't have to be anything material as far as like, money or, anything. Like, it could be a new job, it could be a new place, it could be a newfound acceptance of who you are and what you're meant to do in this world. That could be something that you're harvesting also, right? It could be a newfound awareness of, man, I can no longer people please, or man, I could no longer be all about somebody else or about their perspective. I have to honor my path. And also, and even Aries first cards and messages share this sentiments as well. Obviously, this is your full moon. But honor is not about just me, and it's not about just you. It's about honoring my path, but also how can we harmonize together? All right. Oh, this feels good to hold on to this. Yeah, maybe this is going to ground me. Selenite may support you, okay, to help ground you. Selenite is great for clearing any dense or negative energy. It helps to balance all the chakras as well. So grab yourself some selenite if you're into crystals. If you're not, go grounding, go walking barefooted, go to the sand, go to the earth, or just sit down on the ground and just be still. Lay down on the ground. All right. All right, y'all. So we're going to read this a little bit also that I put here. I have like multiple sources because I like, I'm a Virgo. Hey, shout out to all the Virgos. Okay. All right. So this full moon activates radical renewal, right? So it's a lot about radical renewal, radical changes. Aries energy demands motion, truth, and leadership, but because it's opposing Libra right now, which I thought was an interesting fact, the balance between my truth and our harmony becomes the spiritual test. So that's what I was talking to you about. The entire energy kind of works with Aries. Obviously, that's what Aries is telling us to do, but also that's the theme for everybody. How can we harmonize what it is that I want and what's my truth versus what's your truth? How do we harmonize that with our relationships, our partnerships, our friends? Like, it's so funny too. The other day I posted a photo with yesterday about the harvest moon, how I showed you guys the sunset, and it was like two truths can exist at the same time. There was another one, the one before that, when I was like, yesterday I was laying down. It was me laying down on the bed like this. And I was like, yeah, I feel like I just need to rest, right? My body, my nature, my body's wisdom is telling me to rest. Meanwhile, the moon is saying, go, go, go. So it's always important to not only just focus on the moon cycles, but also pair that with the sun cycle. And right now we're in Libra, right? That's all about balance, balancing the waters, balancing your emotions. And I just felt like I was being pulled in two opposites. So something about contrast, balancing the contrast in your ideas of like the shadow and the light. And that was like a conversation that came up also with somebody that I was having. We were having that conversation a lot about contrast, about what people think of what the dark and the shadow is versus the light, and how some people just want to be in the light and not, like, even me, long time ago, I used to always be like love and light, not realizing that I was about to go through a whole dark night of the soul to embrace the shadow, to learn the shadow, to see how the shadow and principalities are working against me and how that's coming from within me and what is being reflecting outside of me, all of that, just to come back out of from under the duat, right? And to integrate that knowledge. So something about that. Let's get into it, y'all. Y'all done heard me. Anyway, all right. So release hesitation and step forward with integrity, even if it feels uncomfortable. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you if you're still here. Shout out to you if you're listening, if you're watching. I would love to hear from you. So comment down below. And I don't want to feel like I'm being rushed. I'm myself. I want to be myself, and I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I don't want to feel like, oh, because people's attention span cannot be, so I need to keep it short. No, this is the video. You guys have the timestamps. Go to your zodiac sign. Go to several placements. I always say go to several placements, but also if you're tuning in, you're listening to the whole thing, shout outs to you. I appreciate you. Thank you for logging in, checking in, and staying locked in. Okay. So you want to release hesitation and step forward with integrity, even if it feels uncomfortable. You want to close old timelines. That's jobs, roles, stories, mindsets, patterns, limited thinking, all those things, right? That is not in alignment with your expansion, with where you're going now. You want to reignite vitality, because this Aries energy is all about raw life force. Excusez me, chérie, okay? It's my Creole tongue. Sometimes it says some words like force, and it's really force, you know? It is what it is. I love my Creole tongue, okay? I was born in Haiti, so it's in there strong, and I'm glad, all right? Because of that, some of my words will come out a little different, okay? Okay. So Aries, raw life force, it reminds you that courage is sacred medicine, which I love, because when you think about medicine, you don't think that it's just pills and medication that you're getting from the doctor's office, right? It's everything is medicine. The people that you meet brings you knowledge, brings you lesson, brings you pain, brings you joy. Those are medicines. The trees, nature, the sun, the rain, that's medicine. The ocean, the beach, that's the wind, that's all medicine. Okay, so learn to tap into the elements and the gifts of everyday, what's the word I'm looking for? Interactions with people, because those are medicine. Speak and act from the soul, not the wound. Okay, speak and act from the soul. And that's another thing about the medicine. It's like the sacred medicine, the solar plexus energy, that's the seat of the soul. That's where, you know, your soul is literally now able to come into your, like, to really live more comfortably in your body. So your body is expanding, making space for that. So intentionally allow your body to make space for your soul, because your soul is running the show. All right, that's all I really wanted to say. the show, you see, do you see? The soul is running the show. Okay, speak and act from the soul, not the wound. So because the soul is running the show, let the soul express the truth. Don't necessarily speak from, you don't need to speak from the wound any longer. The wound actually allowed you to see things from a larger perspective, right? From an energetical perspective. And then finally, ground the fire through embodiment. So movement, breath, rituals, practical things that you can do. So that's why I said the root in the solar plexus is very important here when it comes to this Aries energy. You don't want to be all fire. You need some earth, okay? You need some earth to balance out all that energy, okay? So spiritually, this moon clears karmic stagnation in the crown and root chakra as well. So any type of belief system that you may have, or survival fears, okay, is being released. It's being cleared out. At least it's coming, even if you haven't done the work enough to clear it out, it's coming up to the surface so you can see what it is, because it's challenging. Let me not use that term, can't, right? It's challenging for you to evolve past a certain type of limiting belief or fear if you don't name it. So name it. Practically, it asks for decisive action where you've been procrastinating as well. Okay, so now let's get to it. I don't know what number this is. Where's ego? Hold up. Where is ego? Ego, where you at? I know you hiding for this show. Now you know you got a job to do. Where you at, ego? See, when you need ego, ego is not there. Ain't that funny? Isn't that funny? When you need ego, ego ain't there. Where is ego? Finally. All right, ego's here. All right, Aries, we're starting out with you. I thought that was profound. When you need ego, ego isn't there. The irony. So that means you're just, you're being arrogant. Don't be arrogant right now. Don't be like, you know it all, and then don't call your ego. That's why I say let the soul speak, not from the wound. The soul won't let you. The soul is not going to allow you to speak from the wound. You see how I was looking for ego, I couldn't find ego. The soul is not going to let the ego take the front space, take the front line. Ego is going to be in the corner, in the back, tucked in. Okay, all right, Aries. Let's get started. Let's read your messages that I have and then we'll do the cards, okay? Aries, your moon, okay, your moon, Aries, There's a strong self illumination here, identity shifts, and inner cleansing. All right. You may feel an urge to reinvent, release old versions of yourself, and take charge to close old chapters. Connections that no longer fit, you may want to release that, right? And then I also got serpent shedding energy. So you could be seeing a snake. Maybe you're considering this as a shedding moment, right? And the whole of last week I was watching the butterfly shed its skin from the cocoon and flying into the butterfly. It looks like such a painful and sad process, y'all, if I ever watched a time lapse for that. But it comes out so beautiful, empowered, and now is on a whole nother level. Before it was just on earth crawling, and now it has wings. Like, talk about expansion. You know what I'm saying? That's like going from the train, the bus, to like having your own private helicopter, right? Your own private jet. Like, what's not even, I was gonna say not even the train and helicopter. You went from walking, okay, walking everywhere, to now having your own helicopter. If you allow the soul, once you allow the soul to guide you, the soul is gonna put you in that helicopter. All right, the ego is gonna keep you on foot. That's why I couldn't find ego. My ego, I would check her ass not a long time ago, but she's getting the gifs now. She can't even get one word in without me just looking at her like, "Are you done?" Anyway, so I got serpent shedding the skin. Be bold in declaring what you want, but don't be impulsive. Channel your energy into something meaningful. So this is also a great time for self-discovery. And with that, you got the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles it really talks about slow build. That's the slow build. Pentacles are seeds. The seeds that you're planting now, just think about their fruition and their growth over a long period of time. Don't expect it to happen like this, and also don't go and invest in things like this. Take your time to do something that is meaningful, that is grounded. Pentacles is the earth energy, right? And clarifying it is the Death card, which is a crown chakra card. And this is like you are leaving old ways of doing things, okay? This is old mindsets. This is actually you listening to the call. This is you following what your soul wants to do. You see your old self is leaving that tree. Maybe you're no longer doing things the way that you're familiar was doing it, right? The way your family was doing it, the way things that were familiar to you, right? You're not doing the same thing over and over again. And it's cold. I see nothing but ice. So it's kind of like it's stuck. It's stagnant. Like I said, the soul is not going to let the ego move. So you're frozen here. You have to shift. You have to change. Death energy, Scorpio energy. And I believe Scorpio season is coming up. So maybe that might finalize, and that might come into fruition for you around that time, where you have some type of like awareness and connection to your crown chakra. You might want to start wearing purple, or it'll behoove you to wear a lot of purple, eat a lot of purple foods, and just really be mindful of your thoughts and the divine cosmic guidance and downloads that come to you from now until Scorpio season, okay? Because the Death card, again, is a lot about, it's death and rebirth. This one just says death, but it's death and rebirth. Something has to end so something new can be born, right? And maybe you, Aries, fiery ass, okay? Maybe you have been moving impulsively in the things that you've been investing in, and now you either are called to wait for the fruition of those planted seeds, or plant seeds that will last a longer time. Plant seeds that are more beneficial for you, seeds that you love to plant. You know, you ever see somebody who's like growing their garden? It might take some time, but they love to do that. You know, even for me on this channel, it took a long time, but I do truly enjoy doing this. It's not just tarot, it's really chakras, emotional healing, and just teaching about that, my process, what I went through on this channel, and utilizing all the tools that I have to assist and to just share and inspire others as well. Okay, your message, this is a patient rebirth, like I said. So you're shifting from rush and react to move with mastery. So you've been very impulsive, and now you're moving to more mastery. With that Knight of Pentacles too, it's kind of like, I keep hearing slow build. And in order for you to be slow build, this is just giving me you're more focused. You're more focused. And because you're more focused, you're very meticulous in the things that you need to do. You're paying attention in the things that you need to have all your ducks in a row before you could even move forward, okay? Something foundational in your life and your identity is dying. Something foundational in your identity is dying. And since this is the crown chakra, you see how the head is disconnected and it's shining bright? It's almost like your old ways of thinking, your old ways of doing things, your old ways of being. You've literally transcended that, okay? This is not a punishment, but it's actually evolution. That's the word I was looking for. You've evolved. You've evolved, okay? The crown chakra acts for surrender and faith in the unknown. Endings are your spiritual graduation, okay? You want to perform either like a small release ritual right now. So write something that you are complete with. You're done carrying, you're done believing, you're done thinking, you're finished doing, right? You don't want to do this anymore. You don't want to keep manifesting this anymore. And then bury it or burn it and bury it and watch the flames go up, watch the smoke go up to the moon. Take the residue and bury that, right? You could also focus on more consistency when it comes to the work that you're doing, when it comes to your finances, perhaps, because Pentacles deals with finances. When it comes to your health habits, also anything earthly, that's body, that's stability, security, finances, foods, all these things are changing. You're changing from the root. You're changing because you've left the old. So now in order for you to, it's kind of like you left an old apartment, old house, you're in a whole new city, a whole new country, right? You're gonna get a new apartment. So you're gonna change the way that you design this apartment. It's gonna be completely different, or it might be similar to some of the old things, but now you're gonna add new things. You have a new job, you're gonna meet new people, there's new foods. You're not eating the same foods that you used to, or at least the same foods that was available to you before is changed, right? It's not everything that you used to have that's available to you. So now for you, growth is going to come from being disciplined in the things that you're partaking in, where you're putting a lot of your energy. Is going to require you a lot of discipline, a lot of surrender, not force, not impulsivity. Okay, Aries. So consider that. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. I don't really want to keep these too long because these messages are just meant, even when I was shuffling like 2, 3, 4 cards was dropping out, I was like, Spirit, please, I just need one clear focus card. And I was starting with your card when I said that. So that's what we're heading in for, at least all the zodiac signs. And at least from now until the next year, I feel like, I don't know, you might want to, I don't know, you might want to listen to the entire reading, okay? Because I kind of feel like from now on till the next year, I feel like we're starting Aries season right now, if that makes sense. And every of these messages is going to be for the next month, the next zodiac sign until the next year. This is what's going to be playing out collectively, okay? So if you are working on something, focus on a goal to see, or to kind of like analyze a year from now. You're just starting something, let's see how I do in a year. You just started a relationship, let's see how we are in a year before you take it to the next step, before you add on more things, okay? So yeah, that was your reading. Thank you for watching. Hit the like, share this video with an Aries or any other zodiac sign, family, friend, lover that you know that would love to hear a little bit for them, for their life, to support them on their journey, okay? And in the description box below, you'll see some more information how to work with me. In the chat or the comments down below, I'm going to pinpoint the Emotional Mastery ebook. If you haven't gotten it yet, in the Chakra Charge audio, go ahead and grab that. Okay, support your girl. I would truly appreciate it. It's definitely not required. It's always appreciated though. Okay, and it's a great way for you to energetically donate to this channel and also to get something for yourself. All right, moving on up. Moving on next to Taurus. Taurus, welcome. Hold on. Why you gotta? Anybody else sips their drink or coffee or tea like this? Only coffee. I only do that to coffee or tea. I blame my mama. Definitely 100%. All right, so Taurus, you got the Chariot. I mean, the Ace of Swords clarified by the Chariot. But before we even do that, let's read your message that I have for you, okay? You want to pay attention to friction around others, okay? Other people's expectations of you versus your own needs, all right? And what others want from you. So be assertive, but be gentle. Use clear communication that honors both of your connection and boundaries. Let go of draining dynamics. Remove any person, place, or thing that is holding you back from moving forward, and to make space for inner clarity, okay? So you could hear others out, but you might want to clear people out of your auric field, out of your energy, because I feel like there's a lot of people in your energy having some type of expectation of what you should be doing, who you should be, what you should be investing in, or just overly concerned with you, when you get to honor your own needs, set healthy boundaries, clearly communicate to these people, but also be gentle about it, right? Feminine and masculine energy, so that you can honor the relationship, not necessarily just cut them off. Okay, you just want to express yourself and be honest, and they get to honor that. They get to respect that. Okay, so you got the Ace of Swords. So again, there's some truth or some clarity that you're seeing about yourself, some type of new idea or perhaps new belief about yourself when it comes to this full moon in Aries. It's really showing you how easy, because you see stairs here, how easy it is for you to descend or ascend depending on your focus. In Aries, we were just talking about focus. So there's a certain necessity of your focus right now for you to move forward, for you to put your energy into. I see the Kabbalah here. I see the infinity sign. The infinity is all about whatever you sow, you shall reap. So focusing on that. If you focus on negativity, and I think I just posted that on my WhatsApp. If you focus on negativity, you get negativity. If you focus on positivity, you get positivity. We know all of that stuff, right? But really paying attention to your thoughts. Really pay attention to your thoughts and capture those, because it's a practice. It's truly a practice. Then you have the Chariot here clarifying it. And the Chariot is about forward movement. The Chariot is also like the fact that it's the root chakra. Let's do one thing at a time. The Chariot is about forward movement. And the Chariot is here for her, ready to pick her up to take her to her next destination. What she's creating for herself with that root chakra. But look at her face. It's like she's thinking about something. Can y'all see that? It's probably too close. I don't know how I could do it like that. Maybe it's the best. Sorry. She's thinking about something, like pondering. And then now that I'm looking at this, I've never seen this before. Her hand is on her belly. She's either thinking about her creativity, what she wants to create next, or she's pregnant with an idea perhaps, but her hand is on her belly. See how her hand is on her belly? Right? You pregnant, Taurus? Maybe. But there's kind of like some new opportunity. I feel like this is a pregnancy with a new idea, because after the root chakra is the sacral chakra. So it's kind of like, what do you want to create now that you're stable? You have your Chariot is here for you to take you to your throne, to take you to your kingdom or your queendom. What can you create? What's this new idea that you want to move forward? And I love that it's the Ace, because the Ace means that it's God-led. It's spiritually led. This is a divine cosmic download that came from your higher self to guide you. This is a new idea. Maybe you were stuck and now you have this new idea. Boom, now you can move forward. Okay, so when you're paying attention to what other, maybe this is, again, from what I said, people pay attention to the friction that you have with other people, because they have a certain expectation of you and you have your own. So now, and Ace of Swords is like also speaking clearly, speaking your truth about what it is that you want for your life, where you're going. Maybe you're thinking that, man, a lot of people is not going to be able to come with me in this Chariot, and that's okay. That's okay. The Chariot comfortably is good for you and maybe one other person, but maybe you'll pick that person up on the way, but you got to get up in there first. Okay. And your message here, we have grounded clarity. Okay. becoming very grounded in your way of thinking, right? If you have any type of mental fog, it's been lifted during this time, okay? You finally see what direction to take, exactly, whether career, home, emotional life, friendship, money. There's some type of momentum that comes back. And this is for any Taurus placement, so make sure you figure out where that is in your birth chart, okay? That was the best advice I ever could have received, like 10, 12 years ago. Somebody was like, have you ever gotten a birth chart reading? I was like, no. It could have been even longer than that, maybe 15 years, maybe even 20 years. I think it was at least 20 years, but it was just like a one time, and then I never thought about it again, and then it came back up maybe like 15, 14 years later, something like that. And then like maybe by the 12th year, I really got the birth chart. And then I've been rocking out with that. And then maybe like a few years later, then I figured out about Vedic astrology, and then it just grew from there. So it's only right that I end up here with y'all doing this, okay? Because it's in alignment. Because this helped me so much with clearing old ways of being that was not serving me, so that I could step into a more emotionally intelligent version of myself. And I had to go through a lot of experiences. We're going to talk a little bit more about that too. That's going to be the next few videos of some of my experiences and what I've learned from them and how they shaped me, girl. Okay, grab your wine, grab your popcorn, because it was a lot. Anyway, the root chakra says safety is born from clarity. When you know your truth, the universe moves you forward. So it's also like once you've decided, then you could actually get somewhere. You could actually take the next step, right? So if you're still stuck, or if anybody's still kind of like stuck, they don't know where to go, you need to decide. All I can see is The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. You might want to watch that movie. Once you decide what it is that you want to do and you see it, opportunity after opportunity will come. Although he struggled, and you will struggle, so you need to make sure you take your time, like the Aries, the Knight of Pentacles, for you to build a slow build. But you have the clarity. The test is only going to come to see, can you honor your truth and also be in harmony with other people, despite the fact that they may not honor your truth, and that's okay. But your chariot is here. Your ideas and what you believe is actually here for you, and it's accurate, okay? So the root chakra says safety is born from clarity. When you know your truth, the universe moves you forward, okay? So anchor your goals with intention, and you want to visualize, the whole visualization is a powerful tool that I think a lot of people kind of like sleep on. Neville Goddard talks about this a lot, where you don't have to earn, you don't have to do anything but imagine what it is that you deserve. From a video. Okay, visualize roots growing from your feet as you affirm, my clarity grounds my success. My clarity grounds my success. Okay, I think that's a very powerful activation for you to say to yourself, even throughout the day, my clarity grounds my success. I am clear on my direction. You could say that too. Okay. You could take one concrete step towards your goal, apply, commit, launch, trust the decisive movement will stabilize everything else. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Once you're clear, look, as I'm saying, it's pretty clear. Once you're clear on which direction you want to go to, the chariot will just show up, because you're in alignment with the universe. You're in alignment with what you're asking for. There's one of the cards here, I forgot which one it is, in the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck, and it's like, can the fool see what she's asking the universe may not be in alignment with what she truly wants? So it's like getting clear on what you truly want, and the signal that you're sending to the universe, they respond to that. Okay. So also something about making sure that it's something from your heart. Don't just choose just to choose. Make sure it's something from the heart. I think it has more backing power, more battery. You got that battery in that backpack, okay, to actually reach to the universe a lot quicker. And the universe is gonna be like, oh, what? Got you. Throw it right at you. It's gonna come so quick, I think. And that's with a lot. That could be with a relationship. That could be with money. That could be with new opportunities, with friendships, with your self-worth, with confidence, with just a new belief, new self-image of yourself as well. Even you speaking up for yourself. So yeah, that was your message, Taurus. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hit the like, subscribe. If you have any other placements, stay tuned, listen to that, or go jump to it to the timestamp. Let me know exactly how your emotions are being affected during this time, and what you can use a little bit more support in, because I could do a video on that, and I could even do like a activation for you on that. Okay, make sure you check out the pinned comment below, and feel free to look into the emotional mastery ebook that I have there, emotional intelligent ebook that I have there. I put 10 little powerful tools that are very good for you, that actually helped me on my own journey, if you're interested in that. Okay, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Gemini, welcome. All right, let's go straight to your message, Gemini. Thank you for tuning in. What's up? I said, what's up? All right, let me stop. What's up? What's going on? You good? All right, cool. How you holding up this full moon in Aries? You all right? I feel like that's a friend that's talking to you like that. Or maybe you're talking to a friend like that. Or maybe you're needing a friend to talk to you like that. Maybe you need a little bit of consoling. You need somebody to hear you out. I got you, okay? That's what we're here for. What's up? Are you good? Comment down below. Let me know. All right, who did it? Because I'll come for their ass. No, stop. Gemini. All right, let's get to your reading. So we got, you may experience conflict between with yourself, between your wants and what you've been doing, if that makes sense, right? It's almost like you want something, but maybe it's not in alignment with what you're doing. Okay. Be assertive but gentle. Use clear communications. Nope, sorry, that's Taurus. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, you might want to go watch Taurus message. Absolutely. You might want to go watch Taurus. There's something in there for you. Something about being clear with your boundaries, okay? You may feel restless. Follow your heart. Then your body will feel at ease. Okay, clarify your priorities. Let go of distractions. Choose one direction and begin. Let go of anything. That's literally Taurus's message. So you definitely want to go watch Taurus's message. Choose one direction and begin. Let go of anything that doesn't align with your growth, okay? So whatever conflict that you're having between the things that you want and what you're doing, you want to let go of people, places, or things, habits and patterns and ideas, belief systems, limiting belief systems that is not supporting that, right? You want to lose weight, you need to have the thought and the vision of you having lost the weight. You want to have more supportive friendship, you get to be more supportive to certain friends, right? Whatever that is, you want to be seen, you need to put in the work. You need more visibility, you get to put in the work to be more visible, stuff like that, right? Because there's a strong message here. And it's so funny because you have the 10 of Wands and then you see a little bull in there. I always think that's like Taurus energy too. So you might definitely want to go and check out the Taurus, and forget might. I keep saying might. Go back and listen to the Taurus energy and stop playing, okay? 10 of Wands, releasing burdens here, eliminating burdens, carrying other people's loads, no longer doing that. 10s are also completions, all right? Completions and endings, but starting to have new beginnings. You might want to listen from the Aries. Go listen to Aries too, because Aries, they pulled out the death card, death and rebirth. You probably was carrying a lot of heavy loads, heavy ideas, heavy beliefs. Maybe you felt like you had a lot of directions you wanted to go to. You had a lot of passions you wanted to indulge in. Okay, Wands is about passions, communication, friendship as well. Communication is swords, but I'm seeing like the way you communicate with friends. I'm also getting like you just had a lot of different type of friend groups, and it's kind of like pulling you all over the place, right? And that's probably why you feel restless. That's probably why you feel restless. And you want to pay attention to what's actually in alignment with your growth. Because this friend group is doing this, that friend group is doing that, this friend is on the, like, are any of your friends going where you want to go? Doing the things that you want to do, interested in the topics that you want to talk about. Choose the ones that are. The ones that are not, harmonize with them, but prioritize yourself first. You don't have to curse them out or, You don't have to like cut them off. You can, absolutely. But if it's nothing negative, like you want to kind of like assess, right? Because there's some friends that you might see them once a year. And if those are the ones that are the rowdy ones and you could tolerate that for once a year, then fine. They actually come through for you, whatever. And there's maybe you have a friend that is going your route, but you don't really see them. You only see them once a year. That may be the person that you really want to be intentional when you meet them, right? It's like, all right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to catch up, because this person is actually going where I want to go. And I get to perhaps start to co-create with them more times that we can meet up throughout the year, even if we could talk more throughout the year, okay? But there is some type of burden here that you're releasing, okay? And then clarifying that is the sun. And the sun, this is the crown chakra energy with the sun. Again, doesn't this look just like the Chariot card? This is your card. This is the Chariot. You see her standing there, paying attention to something, paying attention to the sun, paying attention, looking in La La Land, and look at the Chariot in the back, waiting. Chariot in the back, waiting. Go watch Taurus reading, okay? I'm not gonna tell you again. Stop. Yeah, something about your crown chakra. Her dress is blue. Oh, this is the third eye. This is the third eye of the crown chakra. This is the third eye, because her dress is blue. So there's something that she gets to express. Again, expression, blue, throat chakra, communication. All right, Gemini energy. It's something that you need to communicate, something that you're seeing, something that is being revealed to you when it comes to you needing to go another way. You no longer need to carry other people's burdens, other people's beliefs, or juggling so many different people. You know what I also realized too, even for me, I had so many passions, jack of all trades, okay, master of none, but often better than, what's the rest of that quote? Often better than none, something like that. Often better than one. I love that quote because I used to juggle so much. And then I said to myself, you know what, maybe it's not about being a rebel. And that's a belief that I had to release, that I get to still be a master juggler, aka, right? Doing this, doing that. I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. But it's like, it's not that you can't do all those things. The problem is if you do all those things at once, you'll never complete them, right? It's better for you to choose one, maybe two, if they work together, and focus on that one, which is what I've been told, right? You don't just choose one thing and focus on it. But it was easier said than done when I had such strong passion for everything that I wanted to do. And that's that fiery energy, learning how to have a container for it. What do they call? I like the word having a vacuum for it, right? Having a vacuum for it where you can contain it. You could do all those things, and then in 10 to 15 years you're still doing all those things and you didn't complete any of them, right? You didn't even go as deep as you could in any of them because you're kind of like surface level with them. That's almost like friendship too. Pay attention to that. Or you could choose one or two things, put the others to the side. Not to say you're not going to get back to them, not to say that you can't do them. You just get to focus on one or two things for now. That's why I think in Gemini, in Taurus or Aries energy, I was like, focus on the next year. Yeah, it was Aries. Focus on the next year. What can you focus on for the next 12 months from now until next October to see the results in, right? Focus on that. That way it's complete. And now you could, within the 10, 15 year mark, you could get all those 5 or 6 things done. Right? You want to write a book. You want to do this. You want to travel. You want to, start this channel. You want to do another channel. You want a podcast. Okay, cool. Let's choose one of those things and go all in depth, right? Gary Vee always talks about that. And he's the one that really helped me to kind of like hone that in. Finally, although sometimes he gives me anxiety, I'm not going for it. I stopped listening to him after a while. He gave me anxiety, and now it clicked. It was like, okay, it's not like you're not giving yourself permission. And that's because of other people saying you can't do all these things. It's like, it's not about what they're saying. So maybe that's what it is too. Not listening to what other people are saying because they're not putting it right. It's like people love to say one part of the quote, but they don't say the entire quote. So it's misleading. Instead, focus on one thing. And this is why you need people who's done this, people who's experienced, mentors, because they would have given you that advice. Choose one thing, focus on it for the next year. Check in with me every 3 months. Let me see how you're doing. Let me see how you're holding up. If at any point you feel like you're impulsive or you want to do other things, call me, text me, let me know, and we'll get you back on track. Focus on one thing for the next 12 months. And then you can move on to the other thing. And then the next thing, the next thing. And by the 5th or 6th year, you'll realize you've done everything. You've actually done everything. Or you could focus on one thing for the next 3 years. So then within the 15-year mark, you've really planted some healthy seeds because you've taken your time to see what works, what didn't work. And you didn't just give it like a week, a month, you gave it like 36 months, 3 years or more, So yeah. Let's see what we got for you. What can I read for you? Okay. This is you also, this is like the enlightened release. That's what they call it, the enlightened release. Because the sun sheds light on something that you were working on. Right, something that you needed to express, but it's now you're seeing what it is that you had to release. Okay, you're realizing that carrying everything alone dims your light. Let your joy, laughter, and simplicity lead again. Okay, so you also, again, partnering up with people that actually do the things that you do, collaborating with them, or at least sharing it with other people so it doesn't feel like you're carrying all the load by yourself. Okay, this is also, even with the joy, laughter, I feel like go out, have fun. And the sun is all about that. Sun is laughter, sun is joy, sun is happiness, doing things that brings you joy. Instead of being in this kind of like barren land, constantly carrying things, you're seeing, man, I don't have to do this alone, The third eye reminds you that clarity often arrives when you lighten the load. So the sun promises renewal once you drop all the burdens, okay? So meditate on your light radiating on your forehead, clearing mental clutter. So you could see the mental clutter as like black shadows or black smoke coming out. Okay, if you could focus on this color, use this color. It's kind of like dark purple, right? Right here. And just see like leaking black smoke coming out of your eye. That's a great visualization for your meditation. And those are mental clutter, overworrying, overthinking, constantly having too many ideas, so that the sun could enlighten your direction and which way you need to go to. Okay. You can delegate, rest, or ask for help. Simplify your schedule. The lighter your energy, the clearer your vision. And that's definitely been true for me. And I have Gemini. My placement, my North Node is Gemini. Hence, my clarity on knowing, okay, I'm going to honor and trust my body yesterday. I don't need to do this reading. I'll do it tomorrow, right? And I don't like that energy, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But this is why it's important to listen to your body and listen to your own nature. There's so many quotes, there's so many beliefs, there's so many sayings out there that could really get us trapped in a box, because my hyper masculine need to do and grind energy, old ways of doing things would have been like, oh, there is no tomorrow, there's only today, you only got today, you only got today. Yes, although that is true, energetically, and what you're co-creating for a long term is that it's not sustainable. So this is learning the light and the dark. This is learning the balance of the shadow and the light, right? This is learning the balance of your feminine and your masculine energy, learning the balance between the sun and the moon energy, learning the balance between all the elements, fire, water, earth, air, how to implement that in my life with my ether energy. This is you starting to be the God force, the generator.
It's 13 hours.
13 hours. Okay, that's straight up divine feminine energy. Straight up divine feminine. That's 13th dimension. That's the cosmic gateway. That's divine feminine. 13, balance. 1 and 3 is 4, foundation. Having a healthy foundation for yourself. Okay. All right. I don't want to keep rambling. Thank you guys for listening. Comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, your emotions as you're processing through this. How is it in alignment with you? If you feel overburdened, worried, or have you been juggling? I said who. Who have you been juggling? Okay, what have you been juggling? And now if you're seeing some type of clarity about this, even with your work, Now you're like, okay, I need more balance. I need to wake up, stick to one thing. Like now it's very clear for me. I wake up, I meditate, I do my affirmations, I light my candle, I do this, I do that, I do my workout, Pilates, whatever. I go shower, I make breakfast, bang, I start work, I play my little Pomodoro. Like I'm flowing now, okay? Like now I'm dancing. Now I'm dancing. Now I'm dancing with the universe. So you get to do the same. All right? Dance with me. Dance. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance. Oh, Gemini, you got me singing, of course, with the throat chakra and everything. Me, me, me. Anyway, yeah. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. Comment down below. Check out the pinned comment, okay? Get you one. Get you one. Invest in your girl. I truly appreciate it. I really do. It's a great way to just share the knowledge, connect with you guys, okay? Teach, express myself, and just assist in this big frequency shift that we're all going through. All right, moving on to Cancer. I think I should have different egos. I think I'm gonna create another ego because this one is shocked. I need to have like a sad one, a happy one, and then just kind of like shuffle and see which one comes up. That would be interesting. I'm gonna do that. Are you going through some emotions, right? You're Cancer, so of course you must be going through some emotions. So I just had that idea landing on your reading. Cancer, what's going on? Emotional. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. All right, so let's get to your message. Career and public image may be a focus as you strive to balance between responsibilities and personal joy. That's probably why your emotions is all over the That's probably your emotions all over the place. Right? I was like, you're gonna be sad, angry. I'm a joy, angry. An angry ego, a sad ego. This ego is shocked. This is a shocked ego. I'm not gonna put it up because those are my markers to let me know where I am, which zodiac sign I'm changing to. So editing is a little bit easier for me. But I thought it was comical to draw an ego because at the time that I created it, I needed to sit my ego ass down somewhere. Okay, I needed to put him in the corner. And then I decided to draw it and put it in the corner. And I was like, oh, maybe I should use this. It's so funny how things happen. What does that mean for you? Yeah, check your ego, Cancer. Check your ego. Check your ego because I feel like your ego got you all up in your emotions. And there's something about mastering your emotions. The ebook that's pinned in the comments will be super supportive for you. Okay, shout outs to my Cancers because I feel like that ebook, I created it specifically for you, for me and for you. So grab it. It's nothing. It's a nice investment. I'm not going to say it's nothing, but it's a really good investment for yourself and for the channel. All right. Yeah, that's dope. Okay, so you may feel a rush to bring hidden passions into the light. And I underline rush because I feel like you might feel like you want to be impulsive right now with this energy, right? With the full moon and Aries energy, fire energy. So something about the elements here where you need to balance your waters. Like I said, balance your emotions, right? And learn how to, where to put your fire, how to balance your fire and your water. You might even benefit from doing a fire and water ritual, okay? Burning impulsivity and grounding your water, grounding your emotions. And then what that does, actually, a little bit more fire into water creates air, it creates gas, right? So you need to be able to think clearer. That's what's going to open up for you. You'll be able to think clearer, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to move forward. You may be able to express yourself a lot clearer. Like something about clarity here. The illusions from the emotions that are all over the place will be wiped out clean, so you could actually clearly see your way through. That's how you use the elements. Okay, burn something that is like overbearing your emotions right now, so that the air can rise from that. And then watch the smoke. Even speak to the smoke and ask it, what are you trying to clearly show to me? What do I need to know? Right? I call on the element of air, of Shu, right? Shu, yes. Ancient Egyptian Kemet call on the air element of Shu and see what's the message that it has for you. All right. Oh, you got me tapping it into ancient Kemetic. I might do that the next time for the new moon. I think we're gonna use the new moon, the Book of Doors. Yeah, Cancer. See, and I feel like your depth and your emotions, you go deep. You're not on the shallow end of things. You go real deep. But sometimes you need clarity. And when you're too deep, it's dark down there in the ocean, right? You need some light. So that's why the sunlight is coming up here for Aries to kind of like show you the way. You see a little bit, you're like, what is that? Through all the emotions, it's the sun guiding you to some truth, to some clarity. Something about that. Express what's in your heart. What brings you joy? Share your vision, art, and light. Okay, don't wait for permission. Give it to yourself. Do what's calling you now. You are water. You need fire. Take action. Air. You're too emotional. You're too overwhelmed. You're too much in your mind. I literally wrote that after I just finished saying all that. I wrote it anyway. Okay, so you're water. You need fire. So you could get some air, to be clarity, like to have some logic. This is all about, you will benefit also from brain and heart coherence, frequency. Listen to that before you go to bed, when you wake up, or even just put it on and put it up loud while you're cleaning, showering, cooking, whatever, in the background in your house. So your house is filled with that brain coherence energy. I believe is 0.1 hertz. I'm not sure, but you could YouTube brain and heart coherence frequency music. And that's literally what I've been listening to as well. That's been super supportive for my ADHD mind. Okay. And that could be you too. Maybe you have ADHD, either diagnosed or not. You're all over the place with your emotions, and you need to ground yourself. And funny thing is, there's no earth to ground yourself. So you are so much in the water, because you think about earth and water. If you just have a little bit of earth, the water is going to turn into mud, right? And then you're going to feel stuck. But if you add fire to water, it's going to dissipate, and there's more fire, right? If you think about fire on a puddle of water, that's going to dry that up, right? And when it dries it up, air, steam, gas comes out of that. It transforms. So you need to transform the elements of too much water that you're carrying right now. Okay, so your card that you got is the Ace of Wands. So you can get clarity on the creativity, on your passion, on where you want to go. And it literally already said to balance between your responsibilities and personal joy, to actually express what's in your heart. That I feel like what's in your heart. You look at this. This is hilarious. You see all this, you see the net on her head. It's almost like what was blocking. This is like emotional overwhelm, just blocking it. And the fire is burning this through for you to get the clarity, for you to get the awareness, the passion, the new idea, the new passionate idea. Knight of Swords is clarifying that, which is the throat chakra card. Swords is about forward, rapid results, thoughts, expression, communication. This is like, I know what I want, right? I know what I want energy. It's like the minute you get that Ace of Wands, that clarity from that air, from using this sun energy, right? Doing the ritual that I just told you about, like you rapid results come in for you. All right. So Cancer, what I put here, this is bold expression. A new creative or passionate opportunity is here, but it requires quick and confident communication. The throat chakra activates your voice, and your throat chakra activates your voice is the ignition key. Okay, don't silence ideas or desires. Express them while the energy is hot. So utilizing that hot, fiery energy as it's starting to reveal itself through your overwhelming emotions. As soon as you see it, act on it. Knight of Swords is rapid results. Act, because you've been in that emotional energy for too long. I feel like I'm seeing somebody finally being able to rise up to the ocean, to the top of the sea. But if they don't like call for help or get the boat's attention or something like that, they're gonna drown back down. Confirmation. That was a crow. That was confirmation. So don't let your emotions bury you. The minute you have an idea, this is kind of like you've been in your emotions, and your emotions has been keeping you stagnant for so long that you're finally getting some type of clarity. You're doing something, or maybe it's just the sun, the energy, the moon. I mean, the energy is supporting you right now. This full moon is shining a light. Because this full moon is powerful. It's not playing with anybody. It's helping you to release things that is not serving you, resentment, to assert yourself, assert your joy, assert the things that you really want to do. And once it does and you see it, go. If it's starting a channel, man, start. You better start. Just start. Forget about naming it, forget about whatever. Do 2 videos like this guy, I forgot his name. You could even start looking into do some research on some people that give some great advice on how to develop a YouTube channel, or ask some people who's doing the work that you want to do. You know, what are some of their challenges? Where can you find work? Where's hiring right now? Like stuff like that. Just rapid results, act on it. Okay. You could chant or tone to clear your throat chakra. The mantra for the throat chakra is hum. Okay. You could sing. I love to sing. I stay singing. Okay. You could sing. Sing actually activates that throat chakra as well. Singing activates that throat chakra as well. Humming. Anything that stimulates this vibrational, powerful vortex right here, this energy center of yours, okay, is going to allow you to help you to express your truth, express your emotions, express the things that you're passionate about. Cancer, you had a lot of experiences that kept you from expressing yourself. Now is the time for you to express yourself boldly, unapologetically. Everybody who tried to shut that down, shut your throat chakra from telling the truth, your truth. Now it's time. Even if you stand by yourself, you're never going to be alone. Okay? Speak intention, but do it respectfully. Don't go out there and start bashing people. We never do that. Express your truth, your authenticity through your truth. And express your awareness of understanding what that lesson was about. And hopefully you've learned the lesson too. All right. Don't hurt other people because they hurt people. You don't have to do anything like how they're doing. Okay. Speak intentions aloud under the moon. And you could say, I claim my right to express my divine fire. Okay. I claim my right to express my divine fire. You could send that message, pitch that idea, start that project. Your inspiration is valid and time sensitive. So act before doubt creeps in. And that's what that water is. Like, it's just too much doubt, too much overwhelm, too much. It's like you probably were in doubt for so long, it kept you stuck. Trust me, I know. For months, years. When it's like, now that you're clear, act. Don't wait, because this full moon is supporting you. Do it every day for the next 2 weeks, at least till you get to the new moon. And even after the new moon, do it for another 2 weeks. Keep doing it. Set a year intention of just 1 foot over in front of the next. That's it. 1 foot over in front of the next. I keep saying over. Yeah, over each hurdle, 1 step up. That's it. Okay. That's your message. Act before doubt creeps in. Okay, Cancer? Because there's rapid results that's coming in for you, but you just need to get up off of that chair. Okay, get up from under all of that doubt, all of that inability to believe in yourself, all of those fears, just emotional wounding. Ooh, that kind of hurt. I don't know if this is from a mother. It could be from a mother wound. Maybe you always wanted to do something and somebody didn't believe, your mother didn't believe in you. I don't know where it's coming from, but I know this finger represents, it's the mother side. This is the left hand. This is feminine mother energy. And this finger represents that. Hold on a second. Damn, I forgot the ether. I think this is fire. I think this finger is fire. Let me double check. Oh, it's air. Is it air? Yeah, let me double check. Where you at? Yeah, it's air. Okay, but either way, it had to be air or fire. If it was fire, it would be dope too. But air, remember I told you use the fire to get rid of some of that water so air could come out, right? To express yourself. Air is the sword. Somebody was pointing fingers at you, saying, like trying to keep you down, making you not believe in yourself, making you doubt yourself. And it could have been your mom or a mother figure or mother figures, women, friends. Yeah, they didn't support you, right? While they're judging you, they're not realizing there's three fingers judging them back. Remember that. Remember that? So now that you got the tide on your hand, like the tide is on your side right now, take action. No more doubts, no more fears, no more pain. Express what's in your heart, what brings you joy. Share your vision and your art. Don't wait for permission. You don't need permission from anybody. Give it to yourself. Do what's calling you now. Ooh, yeah. Career and public image. It is something, it could be this definitely resonates for me, okay? As well. But career and public image may be a focus as you strive to balance between responsibilities and personal joy. Maybe you're always told you need to be responsible, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. I saw somebody on my on my channel the other day. I responded to someone when the post was like, why is Friday so close to Monday and Monday is so far from Friday? And I just said a whole spiel, but pretty much I was like, you create your own reality, right? You create your own reality. Even if you're working from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, if you do most of the work that you can do Monday through Wednesday, as much as you can, it'll free you up where you're not stressed out. Even if you do get some extra work to do on Thursday, you just get to do lighter work as opposed to trying to finish up the Tuesday, Wednesday, and now the Thursday work, right? And I was also thinking about how being working as a nurse, I used to work 12-hour shifts and I chose the night shift. So while it's 12 p.m., 1 p.m. and everyone is at work taking lunch or they're at work working, I'm at the beach because I came home at 7. I took a nap till like 11. You know, I got up to go work out, went to the sauna, then went to the beach. I wouldn't stay there long. I still gotta go to work that day, but I was able to live my life the way that I wanted to. I wanted to go to the beach. I wanted the sun. I wanted the water, and that was me creating my reality so that you have that opportunity to do that. And it served me because while everyone is taking Rogers Avenue, while everyone is taking, Rogers Avenue to go to work at 8, 9 o'clock, I was taking the one street over where I only get stopped by stop signs at each corner. There's no lights. And coming back also, while everyone is stuck on Flatbush Avenue, I'm over on 28th Street, coming straight down, no problem. I'll get from where I need to get in 7 minutes instead of staying in traffic for 50 minutes. It's something about trusting in your inner guidance, your intuition. You know how to create your own reality that serves you. It's not gonna serve anybody else, but you have this one body to take care of. Your message is long as hell. I guess it's because it resonates so much. But yeah, that was your message, Cancer. Let me know how that resonates with you. All right. Ego, where you at? Whenever you need ego trying to hide. Okay. We're moving on to Leo. Leo and ego and Leo. All right. Leo, subconscious patterns, shadow dynamics may come up. Hidden emotions might bubble up for review or awareness. Practice self-compassion and release what you've held down, right? Consider journaling, therapy, or creative practices to let deep feelings or pain come up to heal. This will allow you to pursue new goals, take steps to broaden your perspective. Air. Don't this message sound like it's supposed to be for Cancer? Damn, I wish I could go back and tell Cancer. I'll put it in the notes. Cancer, listen to Leo, okay? Because this is the advice that Cancer needed as well. Because we were just talking about, and because Cancer had too much water, and this fire energy from the full moon in Aries is helping them get more air. And here we go, talking about air. This will allow you to pursue your new goals and take steps to broaden your perspective. Air. Fire needs more water. See, you're the opposite of Cancer. Cancer has too much water and needs this fire, right? You, Leo, fire, full moon in Aries, fire. You're Aries and you're in Leo. Fire, all of your fire signs is too much fire. It's fire on fire. So you need more water. So you might actually want to go listen to Cancer's reading and listen to the advice for Cancer. Okay. Did I finish Cancer? Yes, I did. Accurately? Yes, I did. Go listen to the advice in Cancer. That's interesting. So this advice is good for you too, Leo, but go listen to Cancer because you got way too much fire. Fire on fire, Leo, and in the Aries full moon, you need more water. I literally put that. Fire needs more water. And it's so funny. Cancer needed this fire into their water to get air. So this is the examples that I was giving. Right. Cancer needed more fire. This fire is big, full moon in Aries, into their water. It's helping them get more air. You have too much fire, so you need more water to pour out some of that fire to get some air. You see how we balance? This is all about balancing the elements within us. I love it. Shout out to Sister Myra Moss, man. I love that lady. She's like my auntie in my head, man. She teaches me so much. And I'm grateful that I caught that live on 363 Empire the other day with her. She taught a lot. She dropped a lot of gems. If you guys didn't, go listen to that. Okay? I might even put it in my community tab. Just link it. But they get a lot of views too, but still, you know, I'm sure some of you may not have even known that he exists. Like there's a lot of channels that I go on and I see they have like 4 million. I'm like, 4 million subscribers. Where the hell have I been? I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. Or maybe I have, and it was just like, oh, okay, right? It's not part of. It wasn't at the time anyway. Part of my awakening. So anyway. Because you're desiring new adventure, new experiences, and expanded horizons. Let me read that again. This will allow you to pursue new goals and take steps to broaden your perspective. Your fire needs more water, okay? Because you're desiring new adventure, new experience, and expanded horizon. So this is also letting me know that you need to embrace more compassion. And I even put it here. Oh my God, Cancer, gotta listen to this. Release what has held you down. And for Cancer, I feel like it probably was a mother figure or women in their life or whatever, right? Or even their own inner conflict of mothering themselves that's been keeping themselves back from, you know, programming or whatever. Consider journaling, therapy, and creative practices to let deep feelings or pains come up to heal. Okay. So you got too much fire. You need to, it's like, I feel like you're just working, doing, and you're not pausing to actually release some emotions, release some of that water. Okay. And you don't want to end up like Cancer where now the water, you can't, because it's just too much fire, but it's worse. You need to be balanced. We have fire, water, ether, earth, air. They all need to be balanced within us. It's not just, oh, I'm all fire. Don't be proud of that. Where's your air? Where's your logic? Where's your thinking? Where's your earth? Where's your grounding? Where's your practicality? Where's your water? Where's your compassion? Where's your emotions? Or I'm too water, you're too emotional. Where's your logic? Where's your grounding, practical earth? You understand what I'm saying? You need all elements. Your card that you have is the Nine of Swords, exactly. And look at the air. Over worried, overthinking. All right? Fire needs more water. Fire needs more water. Nine is all about completions and endings, right? In the last phases. Sometimes I consider 7 completions as well, but 9 is all about completions and endings in the last phases. And this is just you constantly over worried about something. Up all night, you can't sleep because you're not allowing your emotions to process. You're too fiery. You need to broaden your perspective, broaden your ideas about certain things, broaden your belief. Okay? What's clarifying that is the Hanged Woman and the Six of Cups, both third eye chakra cards, what you need to see. And air is the ability to see. And that's funny because their air, no, it's not an air sign, but the third eye chakra here was the card for Cancer. You go back and listen to that reading. Okay. So the Hanged Woman is all about like, you've created all that you could, and now you're kind of like at a point where you have to be paused, frozen, and you can't move or else everything will break. So you're trying to decide, where do you need to go next? What do you need to do? You kind of need this to you kind of just need to be patient right now. Be patient. And then the Six of Coins is about equal give and take. It's about balance. It's about knowing where to put your energy. It's about reciprocity, culmination, cultivating healthier relationships, a healthier perspective when it comes to pursuing your goals, new adventure, the new experiences that you want to take. Okay? Maybe you're confused about that. Where do I go? Because you're just too much fiery energy. You need some water to calm that down so you can have a clear perspective on how to move forward. Maybe you're fearing some things. You need to see through the fear. Come on. Thank you. You need to see through the fear, some type of fear. Okay. Anxiety or overthinking might be blocking your ability to receive. You're being asked to trust the unseen. Okay. The third eye teaches you to surrender. Your intuition knows the next step, even if your mind resists. Okay. You need to broaden your perspective here. That air energy, that air quality about yourself. If you want to pursue new goals and take new steps for the things that you desire. So there's a lot of things in the subconscious. Your subconscious is showing up to you, either your patterns, your belief that's not working for you. Hidden emotions that is coming up for a review for you to become aware of. Which is good. That's what it should be doing. But you need to, it's almost like you're afraid of it. You're afraid of your emotions, Leo. You're afraid of seeing through your emotions, processing them. Maybe you're afraid of saying, man, I've been giving in the wrong places. And that's okay. It's probably, and that's a shadow aspect. Maybe it's because you judge others so harshly about that. You're now seeing that you got to judge yourself. But do that. That's empowered. That's that'll put you in an empowered state. You want to judge yourself, especially if you're judging others. And that's literally the message that I have for Cancer too. Not judge themselves, but I had this because this finger, it kind of hurt a little bit. And this hand, this side of the body is feminine energy. And it's kind of like a feminine energy was judging them, pointing the finger. But 3 other fingers are pointing back at them. So if you're judging someone, just pay attention on those 3 other fingers too. Broaden your perspective. See how you get to judge yourself for your shadow aspects, for ways that you've been showing up that's not on the up and up. And that's okay. That's going to free you. Now, when you're free, you could broaden up your mind and see how you've been blocking yourself. Write down your worries and offer them to the moon. this full moon, okay? Asking for divine realignment. You could say, I release the illusion of control. I release the illusion of control. So write it down, burn it, and as it's burning, ask the moon, ask source, ask your higher self, okay? Ask the universe for divine realignment, for guidance in that, either in your dreams, however it needs to show up. Rest and recalibrate. Practice generosity. Give or serve to shift out of the energy of fear into flow. The moment you release tension, your blessings find you. The moment you release overwhelmingness, overthinking, doubt, fears, those blessings find you. It's like you're fearing to see certain emotions within yourself that you get to see. This full moon, oh, it's powerful. It's gonna help you to release any type of illusion of control towards anything, people, place, or thing. You never had control. You don't have control over anyone but yourself. So yeah, Leo, that was your message. Pretty deep. Go listen to Cancer. It would support you. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Thank you for your shares and your likes. If you're brand new, welcome to the channel. If you are returning, shout outs to you. Welcome back. Okay. If you want to work with me, information is in the description box below, or even on the channel. You know, you'll find my Calendly link. You could book a one-on-one with me. And we could build, we could talk. I do dream coding, tarot readings, chakra healing with emotional healing work. On this channel, I mostly focus on emotional healing through traumas, relationships, challenges that I had to go through. And I utilize tools like tarot, chakra healing, and I just speak and share my experiences with you guys. Okay, so hit that subscribe button if you're new. Share this with a friend, a family member that it may support, who has any of the zodiac signs, because all 12 will be in this reading. All right, I appreciate you. Peace out. All right, we're moving on to Virgo. Virgo, I need to release. I'll be right back. Virgo, going on to Virgo. How you doing? How you doing, Virgos? What's going on? Shout out to all my Virgos, Virgo gang. Hey, hey, hey. Let's get straight to your reading. I had to I don't know, take a nap. There was something I needed to release, and I said I need to release. So there's something you need to release, and with the Queen of Swords, there's something that you cut off here, and you definitely went within. But let's read your message. You have intimacy, shared resources, and emotional connection are emphasized here. So intimacy, shared resources, and emotional connection. Okay, so you could be feeling this within yourself, with source, even with others that are showing up for you. Or this could also be what's coming in for you. Shared resources, collaboration, intimacy, even emotional connection here. Release control and be open to deeper emotional connections. Release control. Release how you think things should be, how things are going to be, right? How a connection could come to you. Release what you think about any connections, and just allow it to come to you. Allow it to allow the universe to bring you these intimate, emotionally more depth having connections, instead of thinking how it's gonna come. And it's like, stop trying to manifest it. It's already on its way to you. Your job now is to release control in how it comes to you, and to honor it and see it when it comes to you. Okay. Something about shared power. Okay, this is giving me like partnership. Okay, shared power, honoring the feminine and masculine polarity, shared power, or even honoring that power within yourself, knowing when to rest, knowing when to create. Okay, serving others. Wait, your work, health, and daily routines may shift. I know mine have shifted drastically to where it's more simple and clear for me to get everything that I need to get done. There's something about, even my whole energy has changed from Aries to Leo. You're learning to calm your nervous system. Because that helps you to be very clear in what it is that you want to express and what you want to experience. I feel like you want to savor your experiences here. It feels very passionate, very intimate. And it doesn't just have to be a relationship. I feel like you're going to be more intentional with your relationship, more intentional with your work, more intentional when you're eating foods, when you're speaking and expressing yourself. And you're also learning to slow down so you can speak clearer. And with the Queen of Swords here, which is you're clarifying, we'll get to that soon. It's almost like you've mastered so much because you've been through a lot. And I know I've been through a lot. I've mastered a lot. This is emotional healing. This is emotional clarity, expressing your truth, setting boundaries. You probably learned how to set boundaries. You may feel tension between letting go. You may feel tension between serving others or your own growth. You see what I'm saying? It's like you've learned to not overgive. Maybe that's something that this full moon is illuminating for you. Aries is all about the head, the mind, how you see yourself, the I, right? Your self-image has shifted. So maybe you used to overgive, over worry, constantly pouring into others. And now you're not doing that anymore, okay? There was tension around that, but I feel like that's being released and you see it clearly now. Serving others and your own growth. You're starting to pour more energy, more focus, intentions, and setting boundaries around your own growth and what you're pouring into yourself versus what you've been leaking out to others. Reassess your workload, your self-care, and let go of perfectionism. You're learning also to not worry so much about being perfect, but to just show up, to teach, to create, to do whatever it is that you need to do and express yourself. And don't worry about the perfection, because I feel like the longer you wait for something to be perfect, the longer it never comes out, the longer it's never complete, the longer it's never done. You're never fulfilled. You're always constantly trying to make it perfect, and that works to a certain extent, dealing with context, right? But when it comes to your creativity, sharing yourself, is almost like you're no longer waiting to get out there to share your creativity, to connect with people, to express your truth. You've learned from the past, so now you realize maybe the problems that you had was not setting boundaries, was not speaking up for yourself, was stopping to self-sabotage, right? Stopping yourself from self-sabotaging or from abandoning yourself, abandoning your goals and the things that you wanted for yourself here. Yeah, your creativity, your grounding. And I feel like that really affect your grounding, because I'm wearing a red jasper crystal today, and this is about root chakra, grounding your root chakra, so that overgiving and showing up for others does not destabilize your own safety and security, and grounding for yourself. Let this lunation support healthier habits and sustainable boundaries. So a lot about boundaries, a lot about habits has shifted to support you. This lunation is very powerful for you. And it's so funny because it's in alignment with me. Of course, I'm a Virgo, and I posted on my community tab, although the lunation is making you feel like ignite, 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 my nature, the sun in Libra is all about balance during this time. And my body, especially with my menstruation cycle that was just finalizing, it was like rest, 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 and allow the lunation, the ignition energy, to just be the spark of the idea that you need, as opposed to you taking action. You could take action later. Right now, just let it land. And we got the Hermit and the Hanged Woman or Hangman for your message. And both of these cards are about pause. Both of these cards are about stillness. Both of these cards are about illumination. Look how she has the illumination here as she kind of like hangs and wait around. And here as she goes within herself. So you have the lunation within yourself. See, this lunation is happening for people outside of themselves. But it's happening inside, and therefore it's reflecting outside. A lot of people are being called to do something different, right? And for you, it is that, but that change, that difference that you get to start to change is starting from inside of you. So while some people, it's almost like you'll hear guidance about it's time for you to act. That's not for everyone on the planet. That's not for every zodiac sign. That's not for any energetical frequency. That's not for every being, not for every light being, not for every star seed. Some are, it's kind of like when you go to war.
It's 14 hours.
14 hours. 14. Let's look up that number, 1400. 1 4 is 5. Oh no. 1 4 is 5. Which is changes, major changes, right? Oh, why I keep doing the same thing? Cancel. Major changes. This is what I was trying to do. Let's look up 1400. Zero is infinite possibilities, cosmic support. Anything can be birthed from the zeros, right? Zeros is nothingness, no thing, and you could birth anything. You plant a seed in that. So there's major changes. The fact that there's 2 zeros in 1400, you're being supported with your new vision of yourself, as well as with a shift in your community, how it should be affecting you in a positive way. 1400 encourages us to make long-term plans and build foundations to ensure our success. 4 and 5 is changes. 4 and 1 is changes. 4 is foundation. 1 is leadership role, right? Taking a leadership role in your spiritual journey and your growth. Progressive change, renewal, and growth as well. Share your knowledge and wisdom with others, and that's in alignment with what I'm doing, and it could be in alignment with what you're doing as well. But when you have what I was saying about the war, when you're in war, you have the first group that goes charge, right? And they assess to see how much they could take out. Then the next group charge. Like when you hear somebody say, oh, take action, make sure that that is for you, because sometimes it might mean for you to rest, wait, be patient, listen, observe, pay attention. It's not a time to act, but it's a time to reflect. Okay, and with the Hermit, this, you come out in your own power and your own reading and your own message, so you're in alignment with your own energy. You're setting boundaries. Okay, that's the clarifier, the Queen of Swords, throat chakra energy. Queen of Swords is someone who's been through a lot. We'll get to that in a second. But the Hermit and the Hermit is just about going within. The Hermit finds the lantern, the light from within, right? From sitting still, from being still, from not moving. Your waters are calm, are still. You're not emotionally manipulated. You're not emotionally reacting. Okay, you've mastered your energy. The Hermit is along with the Hangman or Hangwoman, is a major arcana. This is major lessons. You're part of a big deal, okay? You are the Hermit. You are the Virgo. You are the only human species in the entire zodiac sign. Okay, so you have the ability to reflect here. While everyone else is acting on their animalistic side, Virgo's acting on their collective side. Everyone as a whole, everyone as an energy. You're more humane than, but not to say that, oh, you're the best or anything like that. And I'm the Virgo saying this. I'm just saying your qualities, they support the whole. This is kind of like heart chakra energy. If you know, the heart chakra is the middle chakra. It's the one in the middle between the 3 lowest and the 3 highest when it comes to just the 7 basic ones, right? There's plenty, but just to talk about those real quick, because now I'm speaking more on from 8th to 13th to 14th chakras, but just to touch on that real quick. The throat chakra, you don't get to any of the higher elements, the higher chakras, the higher vibrational frequency and awarenesses without getting to the heart. And you're the midway, you're the gate. I'm getting Ampu energy. You're the one that brings people from one world to the next with your wisdom. So share that, okay? And then you have the Hangman. The Hangman is about pausing, waiting. Who else had the Hangman? Leo. Yeah, Leo had the Hangman right before you. So you might definitely benefit from listening to the Leo's reading. Hold on, let me charge my phone. Okay, you'll definitely benefit from listening to Leo, because Leo also had Hangwoman. So maybe you were paused, you had to be still for a little bit and go within to pay attention to see what you want to set boundaries on, what you want to express your truth on, what you need to get clear about, what you need to see. Okay, because the Queen of Swords, again, is about someone who's been through a lot. And because she's been through a lot, now she knows how to set boundaries. She knows she knows how to see things clearly. She can see illusions clearly. She's holding on to that sword. That sword is the sword of Ma'at, the sword of truth. If you're not going to speak truth or be clear, she'll see through it, because she's been through a lot. Very wise, very clear, very sharp. Very balanced too. Mind, body, and soul. You see the 3 dogs there in the photo. 3 is like the Trinity number. So your ability to be still and to go within is supporting you right now under this lunation. So again, while everybody is going, manifesting and creating, you're doing it in a different way. You're doing it from within first, which is super powerful. And I wouldn't expect anything less from a Virgo. Okay, this is a wise withdrawal. You know when to withdraw. When everyone is doing one thing, you know when to do the opposite. Okay, you're entering a reflective stage where silence births truth. I'm also getting from that statement, the more you stay silent, the more you see other people's true motives. Your silence speaks volume, and it reveals other people's truth. The universe may pause your outer progress to deepen inner wisdom. You see that? Sometimes you get to listen to your nature. You get to listen to the universe despite what the cycles of the moon and the sun is doing. I like to utilize both. And right now, since we're in Libra season, it's only right. Libra is the sword of truth, the sword of Ma'at, as well with the scale to balance out what's true and what isn't, what works and what doesn't. The throat chakra purifies honesty. So when you stop explaining yourself, truth speaks through your vibration. So that's another thing I think you've learned, to stop over-explaining yourself, stop overextending yourself, stop trying to prove to others who you are, what you do, what you want to do, because they choose to not understand purposely. Or maybe they just don't get it. It doesn't have to be purposely all the time, but you realize that you're leaking a lot of energy the more you need to try to express yourself. You're just being. Instead of doing, instead of trying to prove yourself, you're just being. And you're setting boundaries and you're protecting yourself. And the universe supports that. So I also feel like you're being supported and protected by the universe as well. Spend time alone, journaling, or fasting from social noise. You could be fasting from social media. You might want to delete some of your accounts. And ask, what truth within me needs a voice? And I'm going to start speaking more about my personal experiences from when I broke my first virginity at 14 and what that taught me, to other experiences that I had that was challenging for me to go through alone, and what a lot of isolation, self-isolation, and also purposely driven isolation from friends, lovers, and others, what that actually did for me, and how you could actually grow through that, because I think that'll benefit the channel and benefit a lot of people that's actually going through that, and it's part of my life path as a 33 to just share and put my business out there. Not really put my business out there, but do it from a space where it's inspiring, it teaches, it helps people to move forward and not be stuck. Because even with the cancer resonates with me too, feeling stuck for a long time until I could finally say that I've released and I see why. And now you could really truly start to embody and surrender to receive what you were supposed to receive all along. Okay. Don't rush to make decisions. Wait until clarity feels clean. Then speak with precision. A calm no now preserves your long-term peace. Very something significant about the way that you speak now is very clear. You either say what you want or you say what you don't want. You don't no holds bars. That's what I'm getting. You don't hold your tongue anymore. And right now you're being led to just be within, listen to yourself, ask yourself those questions. That question specifically, what truth within me needs a voice? What do you need to speak about? What do you need to share? What do you need to tell the truth about? And express it unapologetically with compassion, but still express it nonetheless. It's almost like you get to finalize and release this energy out of your auric field as well. It frees you. You're already free, but it frees you even more. It's almost like you got your wings and it's flopping, but you haven't taken a direction yet. And I think you see the direction, so now all you need to do is move towards it. And you do that within that stillness to release what that is. That release is gonna propel you forward. Okay? So yeah, that was your message, Virgo. A lot of clarity for this full moon, a lot of poise and calmness and taking your time and honoring your body, honoring your thoughts, honoring your experiences. And that really supports you a lot in this full moon. While everybody running around amok, you're like, I'm gonna rest and drink my water. Resonates, cling, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. Get you one of those emotional mastery ebook. I pinned in the comments below. Book a session with me. I do dream journaling, dream analysis, which has been super fun for me. Tarot readings to help you with your emotions, to help you process them, clear your chakras, so you could raise your frequency and get to the 8th and 13th chakra, right? I have one-on-ones, I have monthlies, I have 6 months, 1 year, whatever programs, whatever you want to work with. All right, that was your message again. I'll see y'all in the next video. You might want to, I'm gonna pin also the new moon reading from last 2 weeks. It could be significant for you. You might want to, go back and see what that message was for you then and compare it to the message to now and see what changed, what is supporting of you, and journal about that. Okay, so go watch that video next. All right, moving on to Libra. What's up, Libra? Don't tell me we're doing the choir again. We didn't have choir for you last time. We had choir for the Capricorn, and now it sounds like we got the choir for Libra. Yeah, you don't need the choir because I see the tower. There's an ending here. Major ending. So your message, Libra, is there is a focus on your one-to-one relationships. Okay, this is personal relationships, family relationships, relationship with yourself, with God, with source, with your friends. Focus on there. Okay, they're highlighted, revealing what is out of balance. Make bold decisions and set clear boundaries to ensure harmonious partnerships. So balance and diplomacy is illuminated for you here. Okay, this is ma'at, order, truth, balance. You may see where you've compromised too much. So seek harmony without losing yourself. Speak truth. It's okay to say no. So let go of people pleasing and codependency. And I feel like that's what Virgo had to release. And now they're in their power. Virgo got Queen of Swords energy. They are in their power. They're saying no with grace. You probably might want to listen to the Virgo reading for some inspiration or a little bit more messages that could be there for you to assist you emotionally and moving forward with your relationships here. But definitely set boundaries, speak your truth, you're Libra. Okay, Libra energy. I remember I heard this a long time ago, but I agree with it. I don't remember from who. It was one of these tarot readers. This was a long time ago, like 6 years ago. 6-7 years ago. And she said, Libras, they got to be careful not to do wrong to anybody because you are ma'at. You are judgment. You are the scale of judgment, the scale of truth, the scale of justice. And anybody who does wrong to Libra, they get super karma because you are ma'at, okay? And if Libra does wrong, they get, it's like, you know, the term, you get it worse than the rest of your siblings, because you should know better. You are Libra, you are justice, you are balance, you are the scales of Ma'at. And if you don't know the laws of Ma'at, the 42 laws of Ma'at, you might want to start studying them, because as long as you operate within those 42 laws, you will be operating as the true Libra energy that you are, because Libra is justice, Libra is the courts. And if you do anything wrong, Libra, you get it the worst, okay? And if anyone does anything wrong towards you, they get it the worst, okay? Truly does something wrong towards you. So learn to set boundaries when it comes to certain experiences and relationships that does not that's not harmonious for you. Okay, you possibly have been overgiving, people pleasing somewhere, and it's not supporting you at all. And it's so funny because Virgo already went through that, but they've learned the lesson. It's like Virgo is Libra's energy right now, and Libra is learning what Virgos usually would normally do. I don't know, did y'all switch places somewhere? It's giving me like, the energy felt like Libra was not going to be able to do its job, so Virgo took on the job. It's almost like going to the court, and the last minute the judge has been changed because they knew that the judge wasn't going to be fair. So the real fair judge has been exchanged with the other one. And now the truth is revealed when the old judge knew the truth but still was working against the system. Tower. And whenever there's a tower, there's a devil. And whenever there's a tower and the devil, there's a death card. We've already had the death twice in this reading. Aries had the death card, so you might want to go watch Aries. And the death card, death and rebirth, is in the bottom of the deck as well, as a collective reading. But this is all about full moon in Aries is nothing but death to the old and rebirthing to the new. Okay? And with the tower, the fact that I didn't get any devil at all, like I said, the devil was hidden. But the tower still, it's like source comes, and whenever the tower comes out, that's source coming to put an end to something. And then the devil falls out of that tower, shakes things up, where you have no choice but to jump out that tower or fall down with it, because it's going to blow up. It just blew up. Something blew up, something ended. Towers is about ending, major endings. 1 and 6 is a number 16. 1 and 6 is 7. And 7 is about spiritual wellness, something about your health, or just your wellness, mind, body, and spirit in general, like being healthy, like having healthy friendships, being of healthy mind, you know. But 7 is about spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge. And to me, 7s are completions. You think about the 7 chakras, 7 days of the week, blah, 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 right? Only because 7s are really like the final message, the completion of something. 8 is what you sow is what you reap, right? So whatever you've been putting in, that's what you're going to get back. And then 9 is the final completion of that entire series before you start all over again with the 10, the 1. But 7 is almost like you've learned a major lesson. This is a spiritual development, spiritual awareness. Okay. This is, and for this to be the tower, this is like, this was a big lesson. And Source had to come and put an end to it. And then what's clarifying it is the high priestess, solar plexus energy. This is your courage. This is the sun, the fire energy of Aries, full moon here, believing in yourself. But she's looking at a picture of herself as the high priestess, right? And it's like, are you ready to go from here and step into the high priestess, the one that knows, the one that has hidden secrets, the one that knows everything that a lot of people don't know, the one that is next to the Hierophant? Okay, you're chosen here. This is a very powerful energy. But are you ready to believe in yourself, to be courageous, to be bold, and to trust in what you know? The high priestess knows things that other people does not. And that's why the tower is here. That fell, even if the devil and other cards are not here, because it's almost like you knew there was a major ending that was about to happen. or this major ending only confirmed something that you've already thought about when it comes to believing in yourself, being bold, taking action, listening to your soul. This is your soul running the game, running your body, running your life. Are you ready to let your soul lead? Because everything else that you've created was based off your ego, or based off your lies, manipulation, deceit. So the tower had to come to shut you down or shut things down. Maybe someone else did this towards you. Okay, let's get to your message. I don't want to go too deep into it, but this is intuitive empowerment. Like I said, this ending happened to empower you to trust, to see, oh, I was right. Like, you know, sudden change or emotional revelations might shake your balance, but they are liberating your confidence and your intuition. So it's like, man, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to end. I knew that was going to blow up. I knew there was something fishy going on. And because something ended, boom, the tower dropped. Now you're like, I knew it. Like you confirmed it, you know, like I knew it was too good to be true or something. Spend time alone. Nope, that's Virgo. Excuse me. The solar plexus is your personal power. It ignites through your intuition. So trust your gut over appearance, right? Trust what you know over appearances. You can place your hand on your solar plexus and breathe deeply. Lately, I've been doing the 4-7-8 breathing, where I inhale for 4, I hold for 7, and I exhale for 8. And I do that for as long as I can, or I don't try to force myself. Maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe 5 times. You know, it all depends on what you want to get started with, and then I just relax after that. I may pick it back up again during a meditation, and then I relax. And you could affirm to yourself or declare and use this as an activation and say, I stand in my truth even as things fall apart. So it's some truth that was revealed to you, and the ending caused you to believe in your intuition even more. And even though the ending is still happening, you still get to be like, you know what? I trust my truth. I trust my intuition. My intuition was right all along anyway. So this ending, I'm not going to even sweat it because it was supposed to end, because I already knew better. Okay. Don't cling to what's crumbling. Exactly what I just said. You're meant to rebuild stronger. Follow inner nudges. They'll guide you towards your authentic alignment. So you're being guided from your gut right now. You want to trust that. Whatever's not in alignment with your highest good, relationships, again, maybe you got into a relationship and now you have to set boundaries because this isn't harmonious. It's not a two-way street. Somebody was lying here. There was no truth. There was no balance. Again, I did say this could be happening towards you, because I'm like, how is Libra not in Ma'at, not in truth? But when you're operating in somebody's realm of illusion and you don't stand on it like the high priestess, like the justice, like the Ma'at that you are, you too fall down in that illusion. So that tower happened for you. You fall out of that illusion with the devil. With the tower falls out, you fall out, so does the devil. But then you fall out and you land on your feet because you're like, I knew it. Right? He was cheating, I knew it. Now you got the proof. Shorty came with the baby over to the house out of nowhere. She traveled from LA to come all the way to Texas and didn't say anything to anybody. You know, tower, boom. So seek harmony without losing yourself. Speak your truth. Okay, let go of people pleasing and codependency. It's like, and I had to learn from this too, thinking that you could build a life with somebody, but they're creating illusions for you. They're creating illusions for you, and you're codependent off of you working with them and building with them. Meanwhile, they're just gonna try to destabilize you, and when you can't look out for yourself, you can't provide for yourself, you can only depend on them, boom, the tower falls, because now they control you, they manipulate you, they don't give you anything, they make you feel worse than, you know what I mean? Like, now you see the truth, and a part of you was like, I knew it. I knew it, yo, but you didn't listen. Okay, so the tower is always here to support us and to help us. All right, Libra, that was your message. It was very clear. Let me know what ended in your life, because it was truly a blessing. It was truly a blessing. Comment down below, okay? You might want to go watch the video, the Virgo messages. So rewind a little bit and go listen to that next. All right. Okay, we're moving on to Scorpio. Virgo energy has really calmed me down. Like, that fire energy was intense, okay? Because when I started with Aries, I was like, ah. And now it's like, Virgo. And it's so funny. It's so much I want to say. It's like going from your animal self to your more humane self, from your, you know, being too impulsive to being calm and reflective, which is really good. Not for everybody. Some people need to go from reflective to taking action and taking an action right now, right? But know where you are. Don't necessarily listen to all these readings and what you need to do and what the moon is telling you to do, because the moon could be telling you, like for me, the moon is saying ignite, do, create, go. But, you know, my body was telling me rest, release, allow, accept, observe, reflect. Let this fiery energy charge your thinking. You know, you can use fire in different ways. You can use fire to create new ideas, to sit in silence, sit in stillness, to receive new ideas, or you could create fire to take action. Excuse me. Is that my That's crazy, because I smelled something burning. So I thought I left like my tea or something on the stove. I smelled something burning. So literally the tower has fallen. All right. Scorpio, I was for Libra, but I started in Scorpio. So Scorpio, you might want to go back and listen to Libra. Okay, let me make sure I have Scorpio here. Okay, we're shifting to Scorpio, and I think I already did that, but just to make sure, because when I go back to editing, I'm like, where's Scorpio? Where's Scorpio? And I I smell fire. And in Libra, they had the tower, which is a lot of burning debris, things blowing up. God came in and blown up something and revealed something to Libra. And then I smell fire, and I smell something burning. And something could be burning, but it's still symbolism, it's still synchronicity to your message. And Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. And I've been saying throughout this whole reading so far, this whole thing is about death and rebirth. At the bottom of the deck is death and rebirth. 10 of Swords underneath that, releasing what no longer serves us. Death, 10 of Swords, that's like betrayal, either self-betrayal, betrayal from others, just completely changing your identity. And that's what this full moon is also asking us to do. It's a radical change, radical love, radical self-image shift. Your message, Scorpio, money, values, and self-worth is highlighted here. So maybe you can revise a resource or financial arrangement needs evaluations. Okay. Release scarcity beliefs and reclaim your value. Let go of deals, expenditures, or attachments that no longer align. Ask for what you deserve. This sounds like a work. Release what no longer supports and set new healthier patterns as well. Release what no longer supports you and who you are changing to. Increase your value, your worth, your money, how much you're charging, how much you're getting paid. You get to increase that. And change your self-image, change your routines. You might want to start working out more. Feel better about yourself. Increase your self-value, your worth. Okay, something about setting healthier patterns, because if you're drinking, chilling, not doing much, you won't feel good enough to ask for more money because you don't feel valuable enough. So now you want to increase your value by doing the things that makes you feel more valuable, feeling healthier, looking good, knowing your stuff, being in alignment with what you need to be doing, standing on business. You know, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is needing to balance your energy. You're kind of like all over the place. This is as above, so below. You have the Baphomet symbol here, and then you have the higher It's not the Merkaba, the five-pointed star facing upright and then one facing down. One is creation, bringing creation down. The other one is using your creation for, I don't want to say destruction, but lower values, lower self, hint, hint. Okay, this is kind of like, all you want to do is have sex all day? Or do you want to have a healthier connection? Do you want to keep working all day, every day, overgiving your time, your energy, and you're tired? You barely have enough time to eat a healthy meal because you're working 15 hours a day, you sleeping for the other 10. Yes, I said 15 and 10. And, or you want to be in balance here. You know, you want to work for yourself or balance your work hours with self-care, self-love, and the things that you need to do for yourself. Hold up, don't be messing up my cards here. Okay, let's do that. There you go. Yeah, Two of Pentacles is about juggling also. You're juggling a lot. You could be juggling two lives. One minute you're drinking, smoking, effing all the guys and all the women. And the other moment you're like this leader of this company that everyone looks up to, that makes a lot of money, or that doesn't make a lot of money, or you're losing money or something like that. You're juggling two lives. You can't serve two masters. Which one is it going to be? Okay. And then the Princess of Cups, which gives me like Page of Cups energy. Do you want to take this new offer of you loving yourself, of you stepping into creating new opportunities, new job, new friendships, new relationships, new connections, like your new self-image is requiring new habits and new patterns for yourself. Are you willing to take this? Because the Princess and the Page is like, it's new, it's fresh. Is this something that you want? And with this full moon in Aries, is helping with radical change. Are you willing to, you see this? Because you see you're tired, you're juggling, you're doing too much. You want to choose better. You want to choose up. You want to choose from the heart. Okay? This is emotional balance. You're juggling priorities or emotions, but underneath it, your heart wants peace and gentleness. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Okay? The heart chakra restores flow when you stop choosing logic over feeling. So you need to work on your heart chakra. For you to restore flow, you get to also listen to brain and heart coherence meditations, frequency music, because your heart and your brain needs to be in alignment. Preferably your heart leading, not your mind. And that's if you want to take that advice, because everyone has their own path. Okay, I feel like you're someone that you can't, it's let me not say that. It's challenging to say something to you because you get offensive. And I think you get offensive because you're juggling, your emotions is all over the place. But if you really operated from your heart chakra, you'll see someone is actually showing up in their heart chakra too. They're just mirroring that back to you. So it's like if your heart is speaking to you, if somebody's coming to speak from their heart, you can't even accept it because you're not listening from your heart. There's people walking on eggshells around you. That's not good, Scorpio. Okay. Or you're walking on eggshells around someone else because you're afraid they're going to destabilize you or they're going to take your job away or whatever. F them. Go find another job. Go find somewhere that respects you. You probably want to do something new anyway. Go do that. You're probably thinking, oh, it's not going to pay me enough. That's why I'm doing this job and that job. And it's like, you got to choose. Do you want peace, love, gentleness, ease, or do you want chaos? All right. What are you prioritizing also? Okay. Because I feel like, again, you could be prioritizing paying your bills, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to pay your phone bill. You could do this, you could do that, but you're not actually enjoying your job. You're not actually having fun. You're not actually transforming. You're not changing. You're not listening to your heart. You're just doing what you've always been doing. And now you're being called for, there's a radical change. That fire is burning you like burning that water. Okay, there's a lot of fire and water in this reading for everyone, and air. needing more air, less air, or learning how to use the air qualities. What else do we have for you? The heart chakra restores flow when you stop choosing logic over feeling. Remember, let your heart lead instead of your mind, okay? Because you're too logical. Oh, I got this, I got that, I could take care of this, cool. But you're like, are you even enjoying your life? You know, you have your soul wants to enjoy its life, right? Your soul is here to enjoy. Like your soul chose this body. Your soul is not supposed to be taking the back seat. The ego is supposed to be taking the back seat, not your soul. Practice heart opening breath work. Imagine pink lights expanding through your chest and harmonizing chaos into passion. You could even imagine that pink light around your heart, right? And then just see like black smoke leaking out of your heart center. And this could be that smoke smell I smell right now, man. You probably are burning something. Maybe you're barbecuing right now. I don't know. But you could see the smoke coming out and let that symbolize, negativity, overwhelming, just overthinking. Okay, just seeing that just like leaking out as you're meditating on that color. Any type of chaotic energy, juggling, what you're juggling, just see it seeping out as like black smoke. And just seeing more the compassion color, pink or green. You could do both. You could do green with a pink glow inside. You could do pink with a green glow inside. Whatever fancy you, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to imagine. Let it be uniquely for you. Okay. Balance work and self-care. I'm telling you, if decisions feel unclear, follow what feels softer, not harder. Let your heart recalibrate your schedule. I told you, let your heart recalibrate. I like that. Let your heart recalibrate your schedule. So instead of you feeling like, oh, let me work here, let me do this, let me do that, brain, logic, we're moving out of that now. Let your heart guide you. Actually, I want to rest today. Actually, I'm going to work for a little bit, and then I actually want to go play ball today. Today, I'm going to do that. And I actually want to, I always wanted to do Tai Chi. Let me do some Tai Chi. Let me do some breathing work. Let me meditate. All right? That's your message. Heartfelt energy right now. Connect to your heart. Let your heart guide you right now. All right, Scorpio. Sagittarius, you are next. Thank you, Scorpio, for listening, for watching. I hope this resonates. Let me know what you're feeling during this moment, and what you're thinking, because men, they think first, and women, they feel first, and then after men think, then they feel, and then after women feel, then they think. So let me know where you at. Where are you on that spectrum? Okay, on that contrast of logic and heartfelt emotions and connectivity with yourself. All right, y'all. Thank you. Hit the like button. I'll see y'all in the next one. Actually, you could even go and watch the last new moon video and see what that message was for you. Okay, go watch that next. All right. We're moving on to Sagittarius. What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome back to MidPoint. I'm your girl, Aglaé, and this is going to be your full moon and Aries reading. I didn't do this whole spiel for everybody. Maybe I should have, but I kind of feel like, I guess, from Aries to Scorpio, that was like the entire body of messages. I think things might start changing with you, Sagittarius. I could be wrong, but we're going to see. All right, so the full moon message that I have for you is your creativity, your self-expression, and the pursuit of joy are amplified right now. Those are your focus right now. Your creativity, what you're doing to be more creative, how you're expressing yourself, and the things that you're pursuing that brings you joy. Okay, that's being super amplified by this full moon right now. You get to embrace your inner warrior. Step into your personal power and express your true self. Inner warrior. So fight for what you want. Fight the power that be. Fight for what you want. Okay, fight for your love. Fight for your heart. Fight for your joy. Fight for the things that brings you joy, Sagittarius. If you want to pivot direction, release what you thought you should become. Take even a small step forward and beware of being impulsive. That's interesting message. Release what you think, what you thought you should have become. So that's giving me like other people's projections of what they expected to see of you, right? Or even yourself, what you expected to see. You've been working on something and by now you thought it would have been popping and it's not. And it's like, release that and enjoy life for the sake of enjoying life, the sake of being present, the sake of being able to create. And I feel like the more you tap into doing things that brings you more joy, the more that's going to bring you more ease and more peace and more acceptance of yourself. So you get to work on your heart too, but also of just knowing that you are deeply connected with source, that you are enough. You are enough as you are, as you're creating, as you're listening to your heart, wherever you are right now, at this moment, you're enough. If nobody ever told you that, let me let you know. You are enough as you are, where you are. Don't think you should have been somewhere by now. Like, oh, I should be pregnant. Like I couldn't imagine how many people would tell me, you're 42, you're not pregnant, you're not married, you don't have children, you don't have a stable job, you're not. And it's like, man. And when I hear those things now, it's just so foreign to me. It's like, that was another life. That was another life. I'm also getting childlike expression. So enjoy yourself. Childlike expression. Have fun. Be playful. Do things. Be curious. Do things for the first time. I feel like you have a new lease on life. You have more energy too. With this fire, I'm sure you do, Sagittarius. Fire on fire. Okay, but you're using, so far, you're probably the only fire sign that I see that's, or sign at all, that's using this energy, and Virgo, that's using this energy the best way for you that you need to use it. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Wands is also fiery energy. This is new creativity. This is you going after your heart's desires, the things that brings you joy, being creative, being playful. This is starting something brand new. This is you co-creating with the universe too. This is kind of like throwing up your wand and you're like, oh, whatever I'm going to create, what am I going to create today? Being curious, trusting the unknown, and being patient. Clarifying it is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is an interesting card because the Seven of Pentacles is like seeds that you planted. So it's a matter of like being patient with what you've invested in long term, being patient in what you've put your energy into, the seeds that you planted, right? This is crown chakra, so this is being connected to your higher self. This is knowing that you're connected to the source, to universe, and trusting in whatever ideas, whatever seeds that you've planted, that you can create that. And you get to be patient with that too, being patient with your manifestations. Just beware of being impulsive here. That's the only thing. But I don't think you're being impulsive because you have the earth sign to ground you, which is good. And you're creating the air. You're creating the air. So this is like balancing your fire and your practicality, which is really smart. You're being patient. You're creating something long-term. Okay. This is faithful exploration. New ideas and passions are sprouting, but patience is required. Divine timing is nurturing what you've planted. But I feel like you're being patient. I feel like the seeds that you've planted, they're starting to sprout. And you're being patient with that because you're seeing that they're starting to sprout. Even if it's small, 1444, even if it's small growth, you're like, oh, it's working, it's growing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take my time and keep, like, you're being consistent. I really like that energy. You're trusting in divine timing here. Okay, the crown chakra reminds you your creative spark is sacred communication from spirit. Yeah, you're honoring that. You're honoring your communication with source. You're honoring the fact that you know that you are connected and protected with source, divinely guided. Divine wisdom is coming to you. Divine guidance is coming to you. You trust that. I'm talking to some Sagittarius that trust that, which is good. So you could write a moon letter to your future self describing what you're building. Keep it under a candle to charge your vision. It could be white, it could even be purple, right? And put it under the candle. So write to your future self what you're building. Hey, future self. So I know you're already in this right now, but this is what I'm building. This is what I'm creating right now. That's a dope exercise. I might want to do that for myself, okay? That's a dope exercise. So that's something that you guys can definitely do. Don't give up mid-journey. And a lot of this is the hitting the goal, you see the photo with a guy that's digging, right? And right before he has like one more hit, two more hits to hit the gold, he walks away. Don't give up mid-journey. You're already there. You didn't give up on yourself. You didn't give up on your ideas. You didn't give up on your seeds. You didn't, like, they're sprouting now. So good things take a long time to develop. This is also relationships. Good things take time to develop. You just about to hit gold. It's just about to go a little bit deeper now. You've probably been talking to this person for 7 months, 7 years, or not 7 years, but 7 months, and it's just about to get good. Don't give up just because you don't see, like, I don't know, things haven't moved forward or fast enough the way that you thought it was supposed to move. Release that, to release thinking, release control of how you think something is supposed to look or be, because the source is helping you. Source is collaborating with you and creating and bringing this into fruition for you. Don't give up mid-journey. Continue learning, refining, and trusting. Progress may be slow, but it's steady and divinely guided. It's actually divinely guided that it's this slow. You know why? Because after the 7 is the 8. What you sow is what you reap. After the 8 is the 9, feeling just so complete within yourself, financially stable, like believing in your self-worth. And then after that is the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is damn near the Ace of Pentacles, which is ultimate financial stability, success, ultimate seeds, being like what you plant now is going to create financial stability. I'm talking about generational wealth when you get that ace. Okay, even the 10 is like family, community, support. It's going to feel like it's an ace of 10 of Pentacles, but it's actually supported. It's divinely guided, actually, that it takes time to come in. Don't rush. Don't be impulsive with this. Don't jump into relationships quickly. Don't need them to move faster. Don't be so quick to do anything. Slow build. The slow build is going to have like a strong foundation. You're going to have this for a long time. While people was working and grinding, getting that impulsive money, and they look good, they had the car, the family, and all of that stuff. And now in your 40s, it looks like some people are struggling, or they're going through certain confirmation, different challenges. Not to wish that on anybody. I trust that they'll get back on their feet. But now things are taking their time for you to develop and to build, which means it's not going to last 5, 10, 20 years. It's going to be like the rest of your life and the next life. Not for you, but for your generations, children, and whoever else that you inspire with your work, with your words, with your energy, with your soul's expression. That was a lot. I'm done. Look, drop mic. I'm done. Okay, Sagittarius. That was your message. You lit. You in alignment. Okay, you in Virgo so far. Everybody's in alignment. But I love that these chakra messages and emotional messages ties with everybody's energy. But also you can see the whole picture as a collective too. Dope on a rope. Period. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. hit the like button, share the video, and I would love to hear from you. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. How's that going for you in your life? Where is that showing up? Is it a relationship? Is it a business? Is it you just believing in yourself and your creativity? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Capricorn is next. Capricorn. What's going on, Capricorn? All right, so this is going to be your message for the full moon in Aries, okay? Your foundation home, family, and security may come up for you during this time. So old family dynamics, maybe even real estate may come up as well. Let go of inherited beliefs that weighs you down. Reset your own foundation. It's safe to build new support structures and create emotional balance. Address any issues with home or family life. So this is giving me old inherited beliefs when it came to what you grew up learning. Is you're releasing that, because now you're becoming the leader in your life. You're starting to believe what you need to believe for yourself. You're taking action as the emperor in your life. You're creating your own emperor. You're listening to your own belief, and you get to, I don't know, something about real estate, but it's not just real estate. I'm getting two things. Real estate, yes, but real estate as far as like, the statement of paying attention to your environment and your energy. That's also your real estate, right? The people that you give to, what's given back to you and what's not. But also, I'm also getting physical real estate, you moving, you buying land, or if this has to do with inherited beliefs, maybe somebody is leaving something for you, but the family don't agree, or they're leaving you out of some type of inheritance with real estate. And it's like, whatever, I'm going to buy my own house anyway. Like, let it go with love, something like that. But you're stepping into being the leader in your life and your own family, and you're creating a strong foundation, a new foundation for yourself. You're expressing your truth too, because that's the throat chakra. You could have Leo in your chart, but I just feel like you're using you also. See what I'm saying? In Sagittarius reading, I said it looks like from Aries to Scorpio, it was just one big message. Now we've shifted. Oh, is that the rainbow? No, but it kind of does look like it. That's pretty. Yeah. Now we've shifted. The energy has shifted. Now we're in alignment. Now we're getting the things that we need to get. Now we're listening to ourselves. We're listening to the Sophionic and Christ energy within us. We're being guided by our cosmic divine destiny. The King of Wands is a king that is inspiring. He listens to himself. He's a leader. He takes action in what he believes. A lot of people look up to him. A lot of people look up to him for advice. He has a healthy, fiery energy. He knows what he needs to do. He knows how to tame his heart as well. I heard thunder, and the sun is out. I don't see any gray skies, but maybe it's behind me. I don't know. Something is behind you. Something is behind you. Yeah, the shadow, the darkness, something is behind you when it comes to old family dynamics, stress, things that was weighing you down. You're resetting your own foundation here. Okay? This is you commanding leadership in your life, in your relationships, and what you invest in real estate, and your partner, your business, all of that. Okay? You're reclaiming authority over your destiny. Didn't I say being in alignment with our divine destiny? Confidence and structure merge. Your power is contagious. Yeah. The throat chakra wants aligned direction, leadership through integrity and authenticity. Speak your mission out loud every morning, okay? Envision yourself standing tall in golden light. And you could activate yourself and say, I lead through clarity and compassion. I lead through clarity and compassion. Because your power, your energy is potent here. You're very powerful. You're also very contagious. So like I said, the King of Wands is someone that people look up to. People are inspired by the actions that you're taking. Take charge of your goals, plan, delegate, and commit. But remember, leadership includes listening. Be firm yet flexible. And that's why I said he looks like he tames his heart too. Because the Emperor is someone who's firm and could be like controlling and unflexible depending on the cards around it. But next to the King of Wands, a little bit more fiery energy. He's someone that is attractive, someone that is inspiring, and someone that listens to his heart. He could listen to you. Right. And look how he got the wand. You see how he got the wand in his hand? The Emperor. So you went from the king to an emperor. Ooh, okay, Capricorn. I am proud of you. I'm telling you, the whole energy has shifted from Sagittarius. You went from the king to the emperor, and you doing it with, I almost wanted to say poise, but I really want to say you have some compassion to you. People are able to listen to you. You listen to people also, but it's not, you're not controlling. You have very balanced, I want to say water energy. So that's good. I feel like this is new for you because you listen to family a lot. I'm getting a lot of feminine figures. I don't know why. Like you listen to a lot of feminine figures, but I feel like they were just using you or using your energy, using your power, right? Because the King of Wands, if it was by itself, this is someone who doesn't really, this is someone who could be that everybody looks up to, all the women look up to, all the men want to be like. It might even have some people jealous, like this person is, you know, they look good, they're fit, they're healthy, they do all of that. But now that you're an emperor, it's like you've grounded yourself, because now it's like it's not just about me. So maybe you could be considering your family. Maybe you want to have a family now, or maybe you're considering your family now. Not your family like mother, father, cousin, and I feel like your children, things that you're investing in, your future, which is really good. So take charge of your goals, plan, delegate, and commit. And listen to others. You could be firm, but also make sure that you're flexible, okay? But your power is contagious here. You have structure with that confidence, which is really good. Yeah, that's it. You're in alignment. You're in alignment. And if you're not in alignment, Capricorn, this is the message of how to get in alignment for you during this full moon in Aries. Okay, when it comes to your emotions, ground your emotions, graduate from the king to the emperor, like going from someone who's very passionate, someone who always wants to go after their goals, who listens to their intuition. You could be very inspiring. Yes, you're healthy, you look good and all of that, but now it's like going from a car, a two-door car, to a truck where you could take care of multiple people. It's not just you. And maybe you're releasing some type of selfish energy. I feel like others not made you, but they didn't push you to be this emperor. I think you decided to do it for yourself because you realized how selfish you were being by other people. And I think it's because other people were being selfish, like not wanting to share you kind of energy. I know men where they're surrounded by like mothers, aunts, cousins, or sisters, or friends, or whatever, and they all want them to take care. They all want the guy, their brother, their son, to take care, their nephew to take care of them or to be there for them, like it's their partner. And then when the guy gets a partner, he's not even half of that to the girl that he's with. And he might even be getting pulled from everybody's attention where he doesn't even have attention to his girl. So she leaves. And that's been his life. That's all he knows. He probably doesn't even trust women because they leave, but he don't realize why. Now I feel like you're realizing why. Now you got some structure to you. Now you're listening to yourself. You've always been listening to yourself, but now it's grounded in something. You want to create something more for yourself, which is really good. All right, Capricorn, that was your reading. Hit the like button, subscribe, share. I would love to see you more on this channel. Go ahead and watch the new moon energy from last 2 weeks and see how that compares with this message and how you're evolving in your experience. All right, see you in that video. All right, we're moving on to Aquarius, let's read your message for this full moon in Aries. So communication, learning, and connections are in focus, and you may feel an urge to speak your mind or break through limiting beliefs. Share your truth, express it in written or speech format, and let go of beliefs or communications or habits that blocks your voice. Throat chakra here, although you didn't get a throat chakra card, but I can see why. Be clear and assertive about Be clear and assertive, but also listen well to others to foster stronger communication and connections. Capricorn will definitely support you too. So after this reading, rewind a little bit to Capricorn and listen to watch the timestamp. Go back to Capricorn. There's a message in there for you, okay? Because you need to express yourself, or you get to express yourself. Either if you need to write this, send a message, send a text, send an email, or express it, say it. Say it if you want me, say it if you trust me, prove it.
It's 15 hours.
If you need me, show it. All right, 15 hours, 1 in 5 is 6, cultivation, culmination. This is family. Yeah, you probably need to speak to some of your family members about there's a new sheriff in town, okay? There's some changes about to happen. 1 is new beginnings, self-image. 5 is changes, and double zeros is just the infinite possibilities of what you're ready to create. And the universe is backing you on this with that double zero as well. So be clear, be assertive, but also listen to others to foster stronger communication and connection. Same thing for Capricorn. I already said that. But there's you just need to say what you need to say, but, don't say it in a way where you shut other people out because they feel some type of way about that. Aquarius. Build stronger communication and networks and family and connection with them, okay? And to communicate, you have to communicate in that way. So you have the 9 of Cups with the 4 of Cups that came out. And the 4 of Cups, it could be like a missed opportunity from spirit, from source that is here for you. But the 4 of Cups also sometimes to me is like boredom. It's like not wanting an offer that is showing up for you. 4 is foundations, but it's almost like this last cup, you almost feel like it's just not gonna do it. It's boring. It's not intriguing. Like you're just not up for it. You kind of feel like this is just like every other offer. But with the 9 of Cups, this is emotional fulfillment. You see how she's under the water? See the top of the water here. And 9s are completions, endings. And this is you finally getting that emotional fulfillment that you've always wanted. It's like you don't want to settle for less. This is not settling for less for you to get your emotional fulfillment. The 9 and the 4 is 13, which gives a 4 again. 1 and 3 is 4. But 13 is divine feminine energy, nurture, compassion, creativity, expansion. But the 4 again is foundational. You want a better foundation when it comes to love, when it comes to emotional fulfillment. You don't want to just settle for less, okay? This is an emotional reawakening. The moon, the full moon, that's how it's affecting you right now when it comes to how you're speaking up for yourself, when it comes to who you're showing up to be, when it comes to the offers that are being offered to you in relationships with your family, whatever, okay? You're like, look, this needs to end. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these offers, and I know I deserve better, and I'm magnetizing to me better, so I get to set boundaries and know that this ain't it. And even if I gotta wait, I'm gonna do just that, okay? You're rediscovering joy after emotional detachment. Something new and exciting wants to enter, but you must say yes, okay? So this could be like, because you've gotten so much disappointment also in love and things that you felt like could have been emotionally fulfilled to you, but it wasn't. And now you're kind of like scarred a little bit where it's like something else is trying to enter and you're like, it's probably going to be just like the other ones. It's not. At least give it a try to see. Don't shut it down because you've been hurt, because you're going to keep the good things out. And this is the root chakra. So this is something, what's clarifying it is the Fool, which is the root chakra. And you see how she's breaking out of this old groundedness. This is old seed. She's stepping into something new. The Fool is a new journey, is leaving the old and stepping into the new, creating the new for herself. But she has to break out of that old belief, Definitely go watch Capricorn. Definitely go watch Capricorn. You've shifted though. You shifted for better, but now you just get to embody someone who's ready to receive what it is that you've shifted to receive, if that makes sense. Ground by walking. Wait. The root chakra grounds new emotional beginnings. Your next adventure requires faith, not logic, not overthinking, not control, not overworrying. It requires faith. So there's nothing for you to do but just to believe, just to surrender, because you called it in. So can you trust it? You've taken a leap of faith. It's very challenging for a lot of people to release everything that you've known, your comfort, your comfortability, everything that you, people, places, and things, to go and create something new for yourself is very challenging to do. But you did it. Now you just have to open up your heart, because you've let go of everything because it wasn't satisfying you, and now you created a new what's my favorite word that I like to use now? A new vacuum to call in something that you do want, and it's coming. It's probably already here, but you have to say yes to it. And this requires faith, trust that all that work that you put in, it's here for me now. Truly, it's not a game. It's not a Four of Pentacles. It's not bare minimum. It's not a joke. It's not a prank. Oh, it's real. Let it come in. Ground by walking barefoot or dancing. You could dance and declare and activate. Use this as an activation. I am safe to take joyful risks. I am safe to take joyful risks. What brings me joy, I can take those risks. I'm safe to do so. I'm protected. This is already here for me, and I trust it. It ain't nothing worse than to fight for 20 years to get the relationship that you want, to get the job that you want, to get the freedom that you want, to get the money that you want, to get the peace that you want. Leave everything behind to go get it. And after 2, 3, 4, 5 years of finally working and releasing grief and all of that stuff, and now it's coming in, and you're afraid to let it come in. Don't be afraid to let it come in. You deserve it. And it's so funny right now, as I'm speaking to the camera, I see my eye behind my phone. So it's like it's looking right at you. It could be a person. Somebody might be looking right at you, and they're like, there he is. Or there she is. Or it could be spirit, your higher self. Oh, okay. They connected now. I see you. Let me bring you everything that you wanted now. You're locked in. Yeah, you're locked in. I see you. I see you. You're locked in. All right, let's do it. It's a go. It's a go. I love that. Say yes to invitations, party invitations, okay, ideas, creative endeavors, creative whims, that feels lighthearted, that feels free, playful, creative for you, right? You're meant to live again, not idolize the past. That's a message for me. Who would have thought that I used to always resonate with Sagittarius. Now I'm starting out, now I'm in the age of Aquarius. I'm resonating with the Aquarius energies a lot more. That's interesting. And we started out with communication, learning, and connections are in focus. So you're communicating better. That's something that you had to learn. Your focus, your attention is a lot more healthier, right? You're learning a lot more about the different type of people, different type of connections, different type of patterns, different type of attachment styles, all those things. If you're talking about relationship here, you're learning about your business, creativity, how to make money, how to keep it in, how to sustain it, not just earn it, not just magnetize it to you, because we don't have to earn. I'm still working on that. You don't really need to earn anything. You don't need to, we don't make money, Jim Rohn. You earn money, but now we're passing earn money. You don't need to earn money. It's already yours. It's already inherited in the belief of you knowing that you're already worthy of having it. Let it come in. All right, Aquarius, that was your message. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know if you resonate with this message. Put a comment down below, girl, homie. Okay. And if you want to book a tarot reading with me, and it's not just a tarot reading, it's really an activation for your emotional blockages. hit your girl up, especially when it comes to healing after relationships, finding your voice again, setting up boundaries and speaking up for yourself, and even paying attention to your dreams and subtle experiences from your outside environment will help you bring all that together just to get clear on the message and the divine directions that you're being given. All right. Book a call, email me, holla, 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 holla. All right. Thanks for watching, but definitely share with somebody that you love if you resonate with this message for any other placement on their birth chart that they could benefit from. Okay. All right, we're moving on to Pisces. Pisces, how are you? Sagafet. All right, let's read your message. Full moon in Aries, money and material resources come to focus for you during this time. Maybe you're thinking about your stability, you're thinking about financial alignment, what you're investing in, all of that good stuff, right? Take charge of your money goals and consider what truly adds value to your life. There may be a sense of inner healing that is required or that is calling you. Let go of illusions so your spirit can breathe anew. Use your dreams, meditations, and candle gazing to release what's buried. Candle gazing is such a powerful meditation that you can do. I literally light the candle and stare into the candle. You can ask questions and just see what comes up. And something might not come up immediately, but you might get some answers. And I guarantee you'll get some answers in your dreams that night. Okay? Do it before you go to bed. Candle gazing. And do it for a bit too. Try to sit there and do it for like 15 minutes at least. Do it for a little bit. Play some heart brain coherence music, or even some drumming music. Powerful. But your money is important. Your stability, your material needs is important. Okay, there's something here. Really consider what truly adds value, not just your job and what you're putting in, the efforts that you're putting in, but the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the books that you're reading, the videos that you're watching. Make sure that they are pouring into you. Okay, they're adding value to your life. They're evolving you, mind, body, and spirit. Let go of illusions so your spirit can breathe anew. Illusions around what though? I wish a sense of inner healing that is required, or calling. Maybe just illusions in general, because Pisces does rule illusions. Maybe just being in that state, which because you're in illusions a lot, maybe you're also controlling. You're being too controlling of thinking how something is going to come to fruition, when it's like, let go of that, because source is trying to bring it to you another way. You're over here in the clouds and source is like, yo, you're next door, down the block, the corner store that you're about to go to in 2 hours. Okay. Your message is the Two of Wands, looking outside, trying to determine where to next, what passion you want to indulge in, where do you want to travel to. Some of you could be considering travel. You see the planet and then the bus. Okay, it might be a bus long, it might be across continent. You may be considering where you want to go. Two of Wands is like you're at a decision point of your life. You're trying to make a decision here. What you want to invest your energy into, your passions into. But you know that you want it to be something that really is from your heart. It's something new too, because clarifying is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is ultimate love, something that was given to you by God, a gift. I'm hearing God send me an angel from the heavens above. Okay, what? No. Okay, this could be for some of you. Maybe you think you're going to travel to Earth Angel. I don't know. But this is something that it's the only thing that's being lit from all the illusions, the darkness that surrounds you. That's the only thing that seems to be true, that seems to be of God. Everything else seems to be is from the darkness. And don't get it twisted. The darkness isn't something bad. The darkness you learn from, the darkness you evolve from. The darkness is your shadows, is the things, your addictions, these things that you need to be honest with yourself about to release so you could get the ultimate thing that you've wanted. The darkness is just everything that you've gone through that made you feel like you could never get the only thing or the best things in life. This is like the addictions, the lies, the manipulation, the fears, all false evidence appearing real. What did young Pharaoh say? He said, I like his definition of fear too, his acronym for fear. He said, fear. Forgetting that everything can always be rewritten or redirected. Something like that. Forgetting that everything could always be rewritten or redirected. I'm not quoting him right, but he said that and I was like, yo, I like that one. I like that one too. Anything could change. Anything could be redirected. Anything could be rearranged. I think he said rearranged. Anything could be rearranged. It's like people making you believe that, oh, this is your life. This is what you need to do. This, like, no, it's not. Anything could be rearranged. Anything could change. Once my focus is on what God wants for me, that's what I'm going to go get. Choosing with the heart, perhaps. Okay. You're standing between the old life and a new emotional path. The universe is waiting for your yes. Okay. So the universe is literally waiting for you to say yes. And how do you do that? If you're thinking about moving to go somewhere, you pack your bags, you book your ticket, and you go. If it's in alignment, it will happen. Okay. If it's not in alignment, it'll just be a lesson. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's divinely guided that you go. Because it literally says the universe is just waiting for your yes. This is the root chakra. The root chakra is creating brand new, leaving the old to start new. This supports action based on emotional truth. The root chakra supports action based on emotional truth. Love becomes your compass. Who? What? Something that you love is your compass. That is your guide. That is your North Star. That is what's guiding you. That is where you want to go. That is what you're following. Lucky you that you have a North Star. Lucky you. Some of us have to become our own North Star. Maybe you were lost in the sauce for a little bit and now you see, oh, I need to follow the North Star. Under the moon, hold your hands over your heart and say, I move forward with love as my foundation. I move forward with love as my foundation. Everything that you do get to be from love, not fear. And it's funny how I did that whole thing. Move from love, not fear. Every choice that you make, am I doing this out of love or out of fear? Am I fearing I'm not going to have enough money? Then I'm not moving out of love. Am I feeling like everything is going to work out no matter what, all is well, I don't have to figure it all out? Then I'm moving it with love. I'm not moving from fear. Take that first step. Sign up. Reach out. Commit to your dream. Don't wait for perfect timing. Act on what feels nurturing and alive. Okay? That was powerful. That was your message, Pisces. Comment down below. Let me know what your love compass is. Let me know where you going. Where you going? What's your love compass? What's your North Star? Comment down below. Let me know. We want to know. Okay. Under this full moon in Aries, the collective activation could be I release fear of the unknown and walk in divine confidence. My courage is guided by love, and my fire is grounded in truth. Rewind that back. Write it down. Take a picture. Okay. This was a dope reading. A lot of brand new beginnings. Great brand new beginnings too. Victory, success, Six of Wands. Okay. Because death and rebirth has happened. Both cards that was underneath the deck. Major changes. That was the message. I enjoyed it, if y'all can't tell. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Listen to the new moon video if that is calling to you from the last 2 weeks. See if anything resonates with you there and compare it to the message that you got today. And I did a video on, let me see, where we at? No. Give me 1 second, y'all. I stay singing. Oh, you see how the light is changing? Luckily, the video is finished. Muy finish. Okay. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. She looked like her back in the day. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shout out to 970 subscribers. And then there's somebody playing with my video too. Somebody will hit the 970 and they'll go, and they were doing this from like 900, from even before that. It was at 899, it'll get to 900, and then it was back to 899. Then it'll get to 900 again, and it was back to 899. That's been happening too. 928, 929, 928, 929, 928. Now I'm like, somebody's playing, but that doesn't affect me. I don't care for external validation. I have internal validation. The right people will find me. Period. This is a long-term game. Ain't no principalities could stand in God's force energy, period. Okay? Just a reminder. So the lunar eclipse video that we did last week, okay? It was broken down into 2 videos. So I have the Libra to Pisces, and I also have the Aries to Virgo. So, choose which one that you want to listen to that's in alignment with you. But I did a 42 things I wish I knew before I turned 42. And I did it pretty quickly. I really wanted to like take my time and talk about each, but that would have been like a 3-hour video. So go listen to that video next and let me know which 5 you want me to expound on a little bit. You want me to expand on, you want me to go a little bit deeper and even share some of my experiences, like real life relationship experiences that I went through, to kind of tie in the message. All right. Go listen to that next. I'm actually going to put that in the end screen, and even put it in the pinned comments as well. All right. I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Aglai, Haitian princess, galactic, African. Yeah. Every time I post that on my community tab, I just laugh because I'm like, long? Is it long? Maybe? Maybe. Shekinah. Whatever. Love y'all. Peace.